be calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. Calling me royalty. Stay up today just 'cause I broke all the cages. No, I didn't take it. No. There are people that I guess don't ever learn. Every time I break, there's just more pain to burn. So never, never learn. Till the battle's won, still kingdom come. Best to give me loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me. They'll be calling me royalty.
Hello, friends. Happy Monday. AEL Season 1 Reloaded is back for week number 2. It's Chief Cass and Bianca bringing you probably some of the most fun Siege and a lot of good competition.
Yes, welcome to the first game. Today, of course, Mr. Chief, who are we going to be watching playing both games today? We got one right now at 7:30 and one at 8:30. Chief, who are we going to be casting tonight?
Well, it's going to be Reikai and Axiom taking that 8:30 game, and then Kinetic and WG Acad. But let's bring up our entire bracket and talk about that 8:30 game first, because, well, they're going to be here into Ranger. They're going to be in the Commando Conference. We're going to set them up, set the stage up to show kind of what they've been up to. And honestly, that second game is going to be strong because you have the first place team and the second place team in their group going head to head.
Ooh, it's going to be Wanted Goons Academy and Kinetic, right? First and second place. That's going to be like a little, that could definitely rumble up the score a little bit. I've never heard of Kinetic before, but I have had the pleasure of casting Wanted Goons Academy, and last time I watched them play, they did amazing. Chief, you have anything to say about either team?
Well, I think I'm gonna let that cook and like percolate in our minds. I want to set the stage more for that 7:30 game because that's where we're gonna be coming to next, and that's Axiom Reikai. And this, like with that 8:30 game, is going to be a tight battle, not for first and second, but this is going to be second and third going to head to head. And the best part about this, B, is both of these rosters have the exact same record, a 1-1. The round diff just a little bit different. It's favoring Reikai by just only 2 rounds. So this is going to not be a cakewalk for either one of these teams. This is going to be a fight across this best of 1. And there may have been some shenanigans along the way, maybe an FF win here, forfeit win, but I think this is about to be a great game.
Yes, I haven't, ever seen either of these teams play, so I'm going to be excited, of course. I love getting to cast new teams, and I'll be joined by you again. So, although you're not a new caster, I love you still, just like I love all these teams. And I guess we'll see what they can cook us up tonight. Let's look at the rosters.
Let's meet these teams. Let's see who's on these teams. Now, I noticed earlier when we were in the green room before we went live that some of these players' names I think were different than what their end games are. So I'm gonna sprinkle that little tidbit of information in there.
Oh,
So if you
great.
say, "Hey,
Oh,
wait,
Lord.
these 10 players that we see here are different than the 10 players we see in the lobby,"
Oh,
they're the same
no.
people. It's the, what do we call it? My monthly change of my Uplay because I want to find some funny new name. So we're going to just sprinkle that in there. It's just the new name that they want to go by. We love changing our names. But it's Raincon, Skyza, Chiki, Nikimoto was one of the names I didn't see. Chiki, I like that name. Nikomata,
Yeah,
bottom.
no, the Nekomata is like a cat in Japanese. Neko is like a cat.
Oh, is it? Well,
Yes!
okay, well, they were teasing
Nakamata.
me earlier. I've taken 3 years of Japanese, and apparently I don't
No.
know that, so that's on
No
me.
way.
That's
Oh
my
my
fault.
god. You are
Skill
so
different
funny.
moment.
Oh man.
And then on the side of Axiom, Rhombus, Vaughn, Tweeted, Rue, and Nesta. It's going to be our 10 players in this lobby. Do we have any predictions, any way this is going to go? Because again, both these rosters 1-1 score diff.
Well, I mean, just because like I said, I never casted any of these teams before, but I mean, I'm just gonna say that Raycon, that team is gonna win. Only because I like the name Nekomata. Other than that, I'm walking into this fully blind, which is the best. I hope that we get a really close game because, like you've said before, both of these teams are sitting at a 1-1. Their one game that they won was forfeit, and the other one that they played was a loss against another team. So this will be the game to decide who wins their first game against another team.
Well, B, I know one thing that you like to always go into blind. That's going to be our map ban. I already happen to know because I've been doing some snooping around, but any predictions on where you think we could go?
If we go Nighthaven, guys, I'm going to cry as long as it's not Oregon. I'm going to pick Chalet. I think
You're
Chalet
gonna go
might be.
Chalet. I mean, Chalet is a
Mhm,
comfort map. We see a lot of teams go towards
mhm.
Chalet. Oregon, as you mentioned, I'm glad. Hopefully, we don't see it. I mean, that's a staple.
Oh no,
Everybody
you
and their
just
mother
spoiled
knows
me a
how to
little
play
bit.
both of those those maps. So we'll be interested to
Oh
see.
my
So
god.
far, Con, Sky, Border,
No.
Cafe, and there goes Chalet again, the comfort map for a lot of these teams. Got some bad news for you. Looks like we're trending down towards a map that you mentioned already.
No, don't tell me it's freaking Nighthaven. Oh my god. Oh my god. Somebody was like, I saw it. And then they were all like, no, 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 no. It's not Nighthaven, Bianca. Don't worry. Don't worry. You definitely don't know the map. But it's calm. It's fine. You know what? I like Nighthaven. I like casting it. I hate playing it, but I would definitely say that Nighthaven is probably one of my like favorite maps just to watch because I genuinely have no clue how to play that map at all.
Well, we're going to find out how to play it because our players are ready. So let's dive straight into that game and we can learn through osmosis. Maybe our hands aren't going to be on the keyboards, but we can learn along with these players. And I think what I like about Nighthaven is it's one of the newest maps to the competitive pool. And what that means is teams like us have no idea what the heck is going on. So we're going to be learning with them. And the thing with this map is we're going to expect heavy amounts of aggressive defenders taking the early fights, especially with some of the bomb sites. That top floor site in particular, when you're upstairs in assembly and tanks, what do you do as a defender? The attackers are basically already knocking on the threshold of that bomb site off the rip. So it's really onus on those defenders to take ground and be aggressive as soon as possible because you have to fight tooth and nail for every amount of real estate on Nighthaven.
Well, moving along, who do you think we're gonna see ban Mr. Chief? A Thatcher off the board.
Monty.
Tell me, Monty? Okay, I
Oh,
can see that.
100%. I'm actually shocked by the Thatcher ban, by the way. I mean, it's usually
Same.
Doki,
I
Ying, and
never
then
see.
Monty.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say I feel like either a Ying or a Dokkaebi. Okay. I mean that makes a lot of sense. Defensive wise, I'm gonna take a wild guess. I'm gonna say Azami and probably Solus. What do you think?
I tend to favor the Azami ban. I think Solus just isn't as strong as she once was. I mean, she was
Oh
nerfed,
yeah, she
what,
got. Oh my god, did she
6 days
get reworked?
ago? Not reworked. Her gadget is no longer you can no longer use in the prep
Might use
phase,
the
and
phase.
you also once you activate the gadget and you deactivate it, it has to fully recharge before you activate it. Plus, they cut the time down to half. Another operator
Ah.
also nerfed with her is Fenrir, but still just as OP as before.
I thought so. I was playing Fenrir in ranked, and I was like, I honestly almost never play him. And am I over in Azami? Hmm. Anyways, how did they rework the Fenrir? Because I was playing ranked, and I was like, I feel like, did they get rid of one of his little things? His little
Yep. So one charge
thought so.
reduced, one key reduced, and then also the gadgets are no longer indestructible. So even if they're open or closed, you can still shoot it with
Oh,
one
you can
bullet.
still
And that
shoot him.
sounds yeah. So that
Damn.
helps, but when you're completely nearsighted, you can't see the gadgets anyway. So it's not like you could like 180 flick them and kill them. So you have to kind of see them
Mhm.
from range to shoot them one shot.
Defenders,
Well,
protect your
I
bombs
mean,
from being defused
I didn't
by
really play
attackers.
Fenrir, so it wasn't too much of an issue. But I mean, I'm sure for certain teams, Fenrir is actually, quite a big part of a lot of strategies, but I guess not so anymore. Regardless, though, we are going to be going to the bottom floor as the boys on Axiom will take us here. Oh my gosh, they even changed the layout of oh my god, of
Oh
the
yeah,
way
the
that we
scorecards are
spectate.
different too.
Look at that. Wow, everything brings change. One thing I don't notice, actually no, I do see a
Hey, do
Kaid,
you
so
mind if
never
I
mind.
interrupt you quickly? I'm sorry, that was one of
Take
the most
take the
clean
lead.
floor transition I've ever seen.
10
So
seconds
props to
remaining.
our observer, unnamed gamer. That was delicious. Like that was
We ate
so
that up.
clean. Like 10
We'll
out of
have
10
it.
props. Sorry, I don't mean to
Objective
derail
is
your
locate
point,
a
B.
bomb and defuse it.
No, no, it wasn't even a point. I was literally gonna say, like, I was like, I don't see any denial, and then I literally just look, and there is gonna be a Kaid, so there is denial, thankfully, and we are gonna have a Maestro too, which I feel like isn't too uncommon when it comes to this bottom floor.
Well, let's see what the defense is going to bring. Axiom, they don't really have a lot of roaming operators, and this is kind of showing to me, B, that this is going to be a sit down in the basement and just bunker down. You have Maestro for information. You're bringing out the Malusi for that intel. If anybody gets too close to stairwells or too close to entry points into the bomb site, you're going to be able to have that audio cue. You have Turboro, just not only slow the walls, but if you wanted to get cheeky and cute with it, you could throw those ice canisters from the top of the ceiling. So you see those footprints and coordinate well with your Nitrocells. Castle's going to slow down that attack, force them to expend a little bit of utility. No sledge in play, but since you have the Ash and the Ram, you have enough utility to deal with those castle barricades as well as that vertical floor, and plus that Kaid, all about wall denial. But Reikai, they've brought out their own twist. They're countering this pretty well, bringing out the Mav.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't. All I was seeing was those little like holes in the wall. I'm not sure how they're gonna really use that or what they're really gonna do to open up the wall. They do have a Hibana, but I feel like a Hibana, there's a lot better operators to get that main wall open than just a Hibana. Maybe they're gonna be focusing more on hatches, but anyways, while I'm speaking, Castle's gonna be in a little bit of an interaction. Mr. Nesty against Mr. Glitch as he takes him down. That's the Iana. That's a decent bit of intel off just because of her clone. She's able to kind of use herself as a drone instead of actually using a drone. With that, though, of course, Nesty coming out unscathed, and the score is going to be in the defender's favor as it becomes a 4v5 with just over a minute remaining.
Axiom slowing things down, forcing Reikai to take this full map control, and they lose another casualty as well. That's the Hibana. That's your primary hard breach. Just gonna make taking care of those hatches so darn difficult. You still have Maverick, so that can help you with some of the wall, but since you don't have like a sledge or a buck to remove that soft wall, it's gonna kind of hinder your attack. And Reikai, sure, they're taking the vertical, sure, they're using the ram, and they're gonna start to apply pressure to the bomb site and actually be able to find one kill through that endeavor. But B, I don't know if this is quite enough. They're gonna have to start to expedite. They're not even anywhere close to executing directly into the basement.
Yeah, unfortunately, time is ticking. 30 seconds remaining, and the kills are coming out left, right, and center. Unfortunately, Bottom is going to have to ace if he wants to win out this round, and it will not matter. Nesty, an absolute anchor of this round, getting, I believe it was a three-piece. He was holding it down upstairs, and that final kill to finish off the round, leaving the boys on Axiom with their first win of round one. Score 1-0.
Yeah, that was just a well-defended whole map from Axiom. It wasn't just like a bomb site defense. They had roam upstairs for the castle, able to find that opening kill, and it seemed like wherever Reikai wanted to push in from, there was somebody from Axiom there to trade, or at least take the gunfight and trade that space away, falling back to safety after that. And Reikai never really addressed that. They never really droned. They never found where Axiom was playing, and you could see that last 30 seconds, it was Ash just running in through the doorframe. They just realized that they had to go for broke, take gunfights, and poor time management on the side of Reikai never really put them in a position to take the win in round one. But it's all good. Round one's behind them. Time to put that round and say, you know what? We've learned our lesson. It's time to go to a new bomb site. Because as we were mentioning earlier, B, in the pre-show, we're going upstairs. And what upstairs means, the attackers have the luxury of taking less map control. I mean, you take maybe one room, two rooms, two of those buffer rooms, and all of a sudden you're knocking on the threshold of this bomb site. And the way that the defense is set up, some of the reinforcements in the site are left soft because the defenders can use those holes against the attackers, but remember, holes work both ways, and if you're Reikai and you're able to set yourselves up and force those spinners away, all of a sudden you have a lot of free angles into the site, and I don't think Reikai even cares about that, because they're bringing a blitz.
Yeah, the blitz is crazy. We're also gonna have a glass. Maybe glass will be used, I don't even know. Actually, I can't even really understand where a glass would be quite useful, except for maybe that main breach. But anyways, that's exactly where they're going to be. We're going to have a Maverick and a glass out there, and it seems like Blitz is going to make his way over on top of that. I'm not even sure what that's called, the rafters. As I'm speaking, though, it is going to be a 5v4. Rue is going to get taken down, and Blitz is just about to get ready to run the heck in and absolutely start causing some mischief. Walls are opened up on top of Raptors by Ace. I was going to say, I feel like a Thermite would have been a better pick, but I guess depending on their strategy and how fast they're coming in, seems like they don't need a Thermite at all. All hell is breaking loose.
Great
Raycon
coverage.
will take down Aiko, bringing it to a 5v3.
Well, that bomb's down. No challenge at all from Axiom. I mean, Axiom has left the bomb site. Goyo canister is used against them, and how do you push into this? Well, you're going to have to play together as a team. You're going to have to coordinate, and Axiom's nowhere near, though. They're actually taking these gunfights as single players. You had one in bomb site who wasn't cleared, and Reikai, don't overswing. Take a second and use that position. That bomb is planted deep, though, so you might not have the best coverage in the world, but it's not really mattering. When you have a blitz, the choo-choo train's just able to slaughter anything, and the glass is good for an additional. It's all gone to hell, and a great rush and a great strategy from Renkon is able to find that first kill.
Beautifully done, and what a great way to come back. Ooh, sorry. But they did that great. That strategy, honestly, I've never seen something like that. I was thinking an ace over a Thermite. I feel like that's so random, but it worked out perfectly and absolutely beautifully. Well executed from the boys on Reikai. That's probably the first time I've ever seen something like that. So these boys are coming out with all the strats. Of course, that first round was nothing. Was literally just a sweat that they
Defenders,
flicked
protect your
off their
bombs from
shoulder,
being
tying it
defused by
out. We
attackers.
go round 3, and we're back upstairs.
Well, command and server didn't work out for them in round number 2. Axiom is going to say, you know what, we're going to try this again because, to be fair, Reikai, they brought out a pocket
Attackers have
strategy.
located a
They brought
bomb.
out a strat that can only work so many times. You found the opening kill with a Maverick Glass combination to the main breach, but let's be real, you're not going to really have that as an option another time. They're going to counter you, and the way that they're going to counter you is by bringing out the Frost. No lesion, but still, you have
10
enough
seconds remaining.
utility to deny the rush, and it seems like Reikai, they know that. They're going to say, all right, it's time to be a little bit more traditional. We're going to focus on using the Thermite Ace combination. No EMPs, though, but we're just still going to try to apply pressure the old-fashioned way. Didn't work for them in round number 1, but I think that they learned that when they speed things up, they could still make it work, and that lineup still works for the here, too.
Yeah, as you mentioned, no. Oh, I guess they won't really need some sort of EMPs. They're just gonna get it from straight below, which it seems like that's gonna work out perfectly fine. So, like you said, they're going for a more default strategy that is practiced, used a lot more when people are attacking the top floor over here. And score's still settled out right now. No, surprising kills early off in the game.
Attackers
Just
dropped the
simple
diffuser.
pushing
Attackers
in from
recovered
the
the diffuser.
attackers, and it seems like a simple setup, not too much of a roam at all. And that the ace will be
The
opening up
attackers'
this
bomb
little
diffuser has been
connector
dropped.
room. And of
Attackers have
course,
recovered
Miss
their
Osa
diffuser.
setting up her shield. She might just catch somebody off guard. It seems like the Warden might be in for a surprise.
Let's see if Tweeted elects to take that gunfight. It's an awkward position to be in, especially in Osta behind the deployable shield. Second Ash charge is used. That mirror window is now cracked, so you don't have the luxury of seeing through it, but it's still a decent position to play, but you gotta check from behind. Bottom finds that kill, instantaneously traded though, so 4-4 apiece, but Reikai is gonna drop another attacker. I think that was a flank from behind, and look at the change from Reikai. They're going to say, you know what, we see an avenue into the site. It's going to be facilitated by our Osa shield. The problem is there's a softball in their way, and you don't have anything to deal with it.
This is a beautiful push coming out from Reikai. That first round, I was a little bit like, these boys, maybe they're on a bit of a back foot, but these boys lost that first round and are coming in strong. Despite them having a man deficit, I can't help but feel that they got a lot of momentum, and I feel like they can definitely win this round out, even though they are, they're one less of a player than the boys on Axiom. We are going to have Mr. Kaid over here in a Lex. Somebody's going to be on his door. It is going to be that ace, it looks like, waiting. A grenade to come out to flush him. Swinging in, finally, Ace will take electrical, but it won't matter, Rue! Oh my god, had to do it to him! Taken down 2, and although he gets refragged, it will not matter. Aiko will be there to get that finishing kill. I was gonna say, damn, Reikai looks really good. I'm not gonna lie, even though they got the man deficit, but Axiom absolutely took the words out of my mouth and made me spit them out. Beautifully done by Mr. Rue as he holds down electrical with his life.
Reikai did not go back to the well. They elected not to bring out the blitz thrust strategy, and it was to their detriment as Axiom just stalled that clock. Reikai, they had some moments of brilliance.
Attackers
It was
need to
bottom from
locate and
behind,
defuse as many
shooting
bombs as
somebody
they
in the
can.
bag. They almost were able to put it together, but they stalled like they did back in round number 1, where they really didn't have a lot of map control. They were relying heavily on the Osa's shield to open things up, and I wonder if Reikai should have just been better off bringing out a Monty, because Monty accomplishes the exact same thing, just with a little bit more coverage. Your whole body is covered, after all. But regardless, they elected to not make that decision, and they're not going to make the decision going into round 4, because back when we saw Basement in round 1, it was probably the
10
worst
seconds
attack
to
that
go.
we've seen out of them, because they just instantaneously solved. Maybe a Monty would be
5
the
seconds left
perfect
before
operator at clearing a little bit more space, but seems like they're going to go back to what they brought in round 1, and hopefully they're able to make the correction. The correction would be utilizing their drones, but unfortunately, they've already lost 4 in the prep phase.
Yep, and that's going to be a lot of intel gone. Wait, yep, that's exactly it. 4 gone, and unfortunately, that could hurt sometimes, honestly. I feel like it would be really safe if people either set up their cams in really inconspicuous spots, or if, they kind of realize, well, they won upstairs now, and their other round that they did win was going downstairs. So maybe somebody could have saved a couple more of their drones, but with that, though, it won't matter. They are going to drone out Mr. King Vaughn upstairs. He was, maybe he would have been a king of that. I'm not even sure what that's called. Servers, perhaps? He would have been the king there. Unfortunately, he won't be, as he dies early on. They are also going to bring in Osa for that Valk, getting rid of all of her cheeky Lickle drones. And with that, already a 5v4 in the favor of the boys on Reikai as we approach 2 minutes in the round.
I wonder how much of that opening death against the Vigil was facilitated by the IQ on the scanner, because you can see the static on the drone. I think the IQ in combination with the drones kind of were able to pinpoint where those roamers are. And another roamer falls, and it seems like Axiom, their strength in round 1 of their big grandiose roam, has been shut down. This is going to allow Reikai a lot of map control and allow them the ability to comfortably start to renovate this middle floor. And that Randrum, sit-down range, opening up these floorboards. Nobody quite home yet, but Axiom, their comfort positions won't be comfortable for much
A
longer.
bomb has been located.
I love how you said renovate. That is so funny and cute. Anyways, though, I digress. Mr. Bottom, even though he's on the top, is going to be taking a little bit of damage, but not without taking somebody with him. He's going to take a down Rue, who was an absolute pillar last round. It's up to Castle, who the first time we saw him play upstairs, the first round of this entire map, he did absolutely amazing at shutting down the attackers, but it seems like the boys have avoided him, and now it's going to have to be a 1v5, taking down 1. It's a 1v4, and it's about 45 seconds remaining. The diffuser is going to start to get planted, and with that, it's not looking too sweet sailing for our beautiful boy, Mr. Nesty. Time continues, and he's going to have to run around this map, get 4 kills, and defuse within 7 seconds if he wants to even smell the win. But with that, doesn't matter, Zixer. I don't know how to say that name. It's going to take him to Pound Town, and we'll close out the 4th round. Reikai win that. Beautifully done.
Axiom pounded into smithereens in that round. It seemed like Reikai did everything correct. Their roam, impeccable. 2 roamers just basically off the rip for free, facilitated by the drones, which we were concerned for, because 4 of them just dead instantaneously in the prep phase. Didn't seem to phase Reikai at all. Droning out that Vigil, facilitated by the IQ scanner. The second roamer falls, and surprise Pikachu. Defense is in a really awkward spot. They're going to have to find something. They try to re-aggress up those stairs, try to find a pick. Doesn't work out for them, and a 2v5 on the bomb side is practically impossible, and it was Nesta. 2 kills, fine. Doesn't really matter, inconsequential to the round, and Reikai addressed their issues from their previous basement attack, and it seems like Axiom has a potential solution
remaining.
to the problem that they had in round number 4, and it's going to be bringing out the Valkyrie. My bet
seconds
beam,
left
it's
before
going to be a
insertion.
combination with that single nitro cell to find a pick, particularly on that all-important
objective is to locate a bomb and
ramp,
defuse it.
because they did crazy amounts of damage during that round.
Yeah, that ram from that previous round was getting all that vertical, like you said, making a little bit of renovations, you know, spend a couple thou wow here and there, open up the floor a little bit more of an open concept. Gotta shut down that ram before she can even get her her little drone down. But with that, we will be going down a stairs, hopefully, boys on Axiom will be able to hold down their ground. Nest T still upstairs roaming around like he usually did, as we've seen him every single round that they've gone down here as well. And another thing that I don't notice, instead of a Kaid, they're going to opt for the mute for wall denial. I wonder if that will really make that much of a change. I mean, they won't even bring a... Reikai isn't even going to bring a Maverick. So we'll see how that goes. With that, I hear a couple of explosions, but not too much going on now as we're approaching 2 minutes in the round.
I wonder if that mute prioritization is just a change that Axiom realizes the walls are going to get open regardless, and now you can just cover more walls with the 4 mute jammers, or you can also be partial drone denial as well. It just gives you a lot more flexibility, plus you have that shotgun to remodel the bomb site in any way you please. Reikai, using those drones like they did in round 4, already starting to apply pressure throughout the map. But remember, bottom, you have to be very careful. Just because your drone is driving, it also exposes yourself. And look at this roam from Axiom. They're doing a wonderful job of just being unpredictable, and Reikai has no idea where those 2 defenders are. And they're going completely unchallenged, uncontested, and it might be a 3rd on the board as well. Almost makes it look easy, but fortunately Glitch is able to shut that down, but still Reikai the man disadvantage.
Seems like both of these teams seem equaled out. As I say that, though, a 2v4 becomes a 2v3. Vanga and a kill and Glitched will get one as well. The boys on Axiom still at a man advantage, but as I was saying, I feel like these teams are so equaled out. It seems like the scores are always in and around the same. And it seems like, you know, one team gets the game, and the next, or not the game, the match, and then the next one gets the next match, and da-da-da-da, back and forth between the rounds. Anyways, though, still moving with that. A 2v3 will become a 1v3. Mr. King Von is going to get his get back from last round. He died out so early. He wants to go out with a bang, at least this time. Already 2 kills in the barrel. Can we get a 3rd? No. Zixer. I don't even... Zixer yet again. The man that was alive last round. Or no, not alive last round. Got the last kill last round. Will take down Von, and 20 seconds approach. From 1v4 to a 1v2. This is not too shabby. However, that smoke is definitely going to slow him down. It's going to make it a lot harder for him to push in this site without getting scathed. He's going to have to blow through the farts and hope.
5 seconds
1
left.
HP exactly on the dot. He just about got with his life, but Rue will shut him down anyways. The farts are nothing. The SMG-11 finishes off Mr. Zixer. And that's going to win Axiom their 5th round, making the score 2-3.
I love the investment from Axiom. A full roam upstairs. Was there anybody in the bomb site? I mean, I know there was towards the end of the round, but there was at least 4 players on the middle and 2nd floor for at least 90 seconds of that round. I wonder if Reikai, if they were to drone the basement and be like, there's nobody home right now. I wonder if that was an opportunity for them just to rush like they did back in round 2, one of the 2 rounds that they won. Sometimes when you just put so much of an investment into this roam clear and it's just not working for you, sometimes you have to go back to the drawing board. It's a sunken cost fallacy, right? If you just keep bashing your forehead against the wall, and it's the same thing over and over again, you got to change it up, right? So the sunken cost fallacy is where, like, it's like a business term. So
you knew you had to explain
I knew
it.
exactly what you're asking. But
Continue,
it's basically,
I need to know.
But it's the idea that, like, a lot of people, like, when things aren't going their way, they'll just continue to invest in it over and over again, and it just basically, like, spirals out of control until you're screwed yourself. And that's exactly what that round was. They kept investing in the top floor, and the attack just needed to move away. Sometimes it's best to say, you know what, it didn't work for me, time to go elsewhere.
Okay, I like that. What's that called? The something fallacy?
The sunken cost fallacy.
Sunken cost
Fallacy.
All right. If I can remember that, I'm gonna definitely bring that up at some point, maybe one day. Hopefully, you just taught me something new. They don't lie when they say you learn something new every day, but with that, Thermite is gonna be going back to the old basics, nothing new around here. He's gonna open up that wall, of course, that main wall, which is pretty standard, especially when you're attacking here. The only difference that we saw with these boys, Reikai, was that they ended up with that little blitz play and absolutely terrorizing. It seems like they don't want to push their luck. It worked one time. They don't want to do it again. This strategy is exactly the exact same, but did we just get a little bit of a Kai trick? Yes, we did. 2 ace charges down. They're going to have to get rid of that Kai charge if they want to open up that wall. Their push, their advances will be shut down, or at least slow down for the next little while as we just approach under 2 minutes remaining in the round, and it still remains a 5v5.
Riku threw that from distance, which means that Cade Claw most likely not going to be retrieved, so as soon as the attacking team kills it, it should be open for free. An impact grenade just went out. That thermite charge is exposed. That can be shot for free if anybody from the defense swings. An impact is sent, doesn't find its mark though, and that thermite charge is going to do its job opening up that wall. That was a lot of utility sent down range to deal with that one wall. And now even Morrison, 1 grenade goes, but it actually finds 3 bits of utility. Those Kiba barriers now dealt with, and that's going to expose this mirror window. They are still running the Ash, so if you send an Ash charge, that final remaining Ash charge, that should deal with this mirror window, but there are Jaeger canisters in play, so you have to be very careful. Or you could just walk with your Oza shield up. I guess that's an option, but it's also an option to find bullets into your kneecaps.
Yeah, I was wondering, where is this Ash? We need this mirror charge done and dusted. I mean, not mirror charge. This mirror window done and dusted. Rue, however, is going to take down bottom. He was the absolute man when it came to holding down electrical. So hopefully he can hold it down a little bit this round as well. The boys on Axiom will have the man advantage of 4v5. It seems like Osa is getting eerily close to Mr. Rue as well. He better tread lightly. Still a 4v4. The Ash finally shows up, but it's on the wrong side. Tweed will take down Glitch for a 3v4. Cheeky is getting cheeky with a 2-piece. And that's a 2v3. Unfortunately, he is going to go out. It's lights out. And oh my gosh. Get a little flank hit from the back. That poor Osa is down. And that will be the 6th round. The boys on Axiom will secure a 4-2? I almost said 5-2. A 4-2 split.
I'm getting whiplash from this game, B. I mean, it seems like it's a roller coaster. One way it's going to the other team. It's back and forth, back and forth. And honestly, if I was a betting man, I would have thought Reikai was going to win this round. As soon as Osa put down that shield near sight and that flank started to materialize, I thought Reikai was in the perfect position to win. They set up their 180-degree crossfire, and the members of Axiom were just stuck in the middle of the bomb site where there was nowhere to play. They were left uncomfortable, alone in the dark, and they were just able to win the round purely based off gunfights. And that's just the round that, like, you just go back and put your hands up in the air if you're Reikai and say, we almost had it. It didn't quite go our way. But now the story has changed. Reikai are going over to defense. It's the half after all, and they're now going downstairs to the basement. So all of that crazy attacking they just did, they can just be a little bit more chill and focused on defending this map the best that they can. And the way that they're going to do that is they're going to bring out the Vigil and the Pulse. So lots of information on this roam, and they're going to try to prevent Axiom from taking any amount of map control.
I feel like what's at least kind of like the factor on, you know, usually what team wins is usually which team gets the first pick. I feel like whichever team ends up getting that first pick usually ends up winning the round. I think that's been the case every single time. I could be honestly wrong, but I think like the majority of the rounds that, like, let's say Reikai gets the first frag, they end up winning the round. I think maybe one round they ended up getting the first pick, and then Axiom just, you know, got 2 kills, and then Axiom ended up winning that round. But I think for the most part, the team that ends up getting that first pick will end up winning the round out. So maybe that will tell us something. Let's see who gets the first pick this round. We'll figure out who takes the victory royale for the first round of Split. And a Pulse is something we haven't seen up until now, so that's going to be interesting.
information is going to be critical between both these teams. Pulse on one side, but you also have the Deimos on the other side. Deimos is going to be a great operator to pinpoint very important defenders, assuming that you have found them. Monty, I know you have a shield, but your job is to drone and be droned. 3 players of Axiom get absolutely eviscerated and slaughtered. Another one falls. It's a 1v5, and Renkai's first defense is looking impeccable. Unbeatable, in fact. Oh, just tap your way around. That's not going to help you, bud. Alrighty, well, Axiom shut down absolutely.
Oh my god, that was absolute.
Painful?
Oh my gosh, like that one clip where it's like, I don't do if, buts, and maybes, I do absolutes. Reikai just did an absolute, a flawless round to kick off Split. Oh my gosh, how? You're literally right. I mean, even if they had a Monty, I'm sure somebody would have drawn out these bottom stairs, because I know damn well they saw that pulse in that little connector hallway that leads into
Attackers need to
Exosuit.
locate and
They literally
defuse
saw him
bombs.
on a drone. I swear. Are you kidding me? They literally saw him walking in the direction of Exosuit, and they just decide, okay, well, we do have a pulse that's walking directly into Exosuit. Let's just go directly into Exosuit, and maybe we'll find him. Maybe we won't, though. Maybe he's just gonna run back around side now that he's seen our little drone. Oh my gosh! What the heck, Axiom? Anyways, congratulations to Reikai. One step closer to winning it out. They still got one more round if they want to tie it, but I mean, considering that last defense round, I'm sure these boys have some absolute power charging through their veins.
10 seconds remaining.
B, have you ever heard the sound that a submarine makes when it's underwater when it sends out
5
the
seconds left
sonar
before
pulse?
Can I guess the sound?
Go for it. I want to hear it.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
It's like that. Yeah, that sounds perfect. That's exactly
Really?
right. It's just like, yeah, it goes like, yeah, I couldn't do it better myself. But it sounds like that to the bajillionth degree. And that's what the pulse cardiac sensor sounds like, too, when you put it away. That's unfortunate. I don't know how Monty didn't hear the pulse cardiac sensor being put away, but I think we're going to have to bury that point like Nessa is buried, because they got absolutely obliterated. Ulsa, not around. They just have to sit on drones. And you know what? The Axiom attack, once again, falls apart. And what were you saying earlier at the side switch B? The first team that finds the opening kill is the team that tends to win? Well, so far, like, that storyline is panning out perfectly.
Oh my gosh, I hope to see Reikai win this out just so that my prediction is correct, because usually I'm like an absolute burger when it comes to this type of stuff. I just be explaining what's in front of me, but sometimes I begin a little bit, I be thinking just a slight bit, and I hope my thinking is correct. Another C4 might just get tossed once this double wall in connector starts to get opened up. So this is gonna be cheeky. We are also gonna have a Capitan. Wait, the wall is open. He's just waiting to hear the footsteps. However, Rude gonna take down bottom, and bottom's up. Actually, no, bottom is down as he is out of 4v4.
Oh, no.
C4 gets launched. Oh my god, not close enough, but enough to startle a man. That's for sure.
Eco, prayed to Lord Tachanka, takes that nitrocell. Lucky for them that they're going to survive another day, but they still have to deal with this mirror window, which, sure, there's no nitrocell behind it, but they're actively holding. And the other mirror window's also being held by a Bosk G ACOG. So this defense is looking pretty stout right now, and Axiom is going to have a hill to climb, and they're going to have to deal with this defender utility. And so far, on the attacker side, they really don't have much to deal with it. Sure, you can send the bees down range, get some information of a player playing behind the mirror window. You can also smoke it off the cap tower bolts as well as the fire bolts, and that's exactly what they do. Smoke goes out. Now that mirror window is temporarily nerfed, because you can't really play around it. You can't be a smoke criminal Stewie 2K. What you can do is just swing the corner. Nobody home from Axiom, and all of a sudden, Reikai back in control this round.
Beautifully done, and now time is ticking. The boys on Axiom are going to have to start getting kills. They're starting to have to make their way through, start forcing their way through a site as they take control of more. 20 seconds remaining. We got a Vigil with a Boss G. Mr. Cheeky might just get cheeky. The ace might just get caught off guard. You better be careful, boy. And oh my god, that's 2 Boss G shots. A miss. Eiko is going to take down Raycon's Laker. It's just shot after shot after shot. A 3v1, and Reikai in the advantage. Pistol whipping it out. But it won't matter. The boys on Reikai with that first opening pick will get that next round of split, equalizing the score to 4. 4. I didn't mean to rhyme, but oh my gosh. I don't know what else rhymes with 4. I'm so sorry.
Boar? Because that's what we describe
That
this
was
round.
not a bore. No! That is me! What? You
That's
just
the only
got
word I
that
can
rap
think of.
boring.
Hey,
that
hey.
was not a boar.
It fit my narrative. It fit my narrative.
Fair
Because,
enough, fair enough.
to be fair, I mean,
Attackers
I'm,
need to
I'm, I'm,
locate
I'm being
and
overly
defuse
critical,
bombs.
and I probably shouldn't be that critical, because the round actually was solid in the
close.
middle. It was close, but my criticism, and again, I don't want to be too critical, and sound that I'm just like, like crapping on Axiom. They do a lot of things well. They recover after that opening death for the Nitro Cell. They
Attackers
take
have
the map
located a bomb.
control, and then they just fall into that pit of like, I don't know what to do next. And then they just kind of sit there. And then they're like, oh, hey, there's 12 seconds left in this round.
10 seconds
And then they go
remaining.
for their push. And then you kind of get slaughtered around those door frames. Like, it'd have been nice once
5
they
seconds
realized,
remaining.
hey, we can't really advance anymore. Our only option is to aggress. Send those drones down
Attackers
range,
have
gather
checked
where
the
those defenders
defuse
are,
bomb.
and then you go for your execute, and then you push. You don't waste that clock down. That's on the IGL to realize, hey, we can't really do much anymore. Our only option is to be a little bit more dynamic and push. And look, we've finally gone to a bomb site that isn't the top floor in the middle or the bottom floor.
We got tertiary up in this B. We got tertiary. Woo, my favorite word.
Yeah, well, what happens if we go to another bomb site? What are we going to call that?
Pardon?
What happens if we go to another bomb site? What are we going to call that?
The quartuary, maybe? Is that a word? Is there the
That's
one?
my favorite word right there. That's good enough for me. Quaternary.
Oh my god. Quactionary? That's what it's called?
Quaternary, like quattro, like
Oh,
an Audi all-wheel drive. I don't know if that's.
Four,
Yeah.
Quattro is for an Italian, so it makes perfect sense. Quattroary? How did you say that? Quattriary?
Quaternary, like tertiary, quaternary.
Oh my god, I love that. I never heard that one before. Maybe we'll see a quaternary. Who knows? That would actually be a first for me, I'm pretty sure. But 2 minutes remaining in the round now, and I feel like Reikai's defense is just. I feel like it's a lot more refined than their attacking. At least the way that I see it, these boys are holding it down. With that though, Mr. Boss G Cheeky isn't gonna be cheeky no more. Throw that hatch as he feels there's a little bit too much pressure in that room, and he might just flank it out. A castle barricade, however, might stop his run right now unless that gets opened up. The Monty pushing towards him. Do they even know? Oh my gosh, yo, Chi, we might just see something look a bit cheeky.
That's the right play. You just wait patiently and assume that's going to be open up. But you don't really have a lot of time to kind of get cute with your strategy. I mean, there's 60 seconds left in the round after all. And at a certain point, Axiom might not even come down from that angle. So do you rotate back to your bomb site or do you take the risk? That's going to be on Reikai to make that decision. And I love what Axiom has done this round. They're vertical and impeccable. They use the ram, they've used the buck skeleton key, and now they're starting to hunt through these floorboards to try to find members of the defense, and they've done that perfectly. That's the roamer. At least one of the roamer. There's still one more, and they found where that other one is. Fortunately for Axiom, they're not going to die to them. The Boss G doesn't connect, and now with 30 seconds left on the clock, Axiom in a perfect position this round.
I feel like I've seen Cheeky miss too many of those Boss
Oh, no.
G shots, but no! The balls will miss that C4. Unfortunate. And a 2v5 is amongst us. A drone, or not a drone, a diffuser's gonna start getting
15
planted.
seconds
Glitch should take down one, but unfortunately
Defenders have
will get
located the
taken
diffuser.
down from above. Like you said, the renovation work is absolutely impeccable and is doing them service. Axiom is in a 4v1, and it's looking amazing for them. The Monty is going to scope out where he's at, and why is he just touching him like that? What the heck? Did he want to die? He just ran into him. What are you doing, his team? Damn! Smash him into the wall, and that is going to close out. Finally, the third round after split, it will be won by the boys on Axiom, and they did that quite well. Maybe it's just because it was the tertiary site, but well done. A near flawless.
Well, I was critical of Axiom in the previous round. I cannot be critical of them in that round. That was, I mean, just about as perfect as you can get. I mean, there's very few things that you could do to make a better attack on that bomb site. They took map control. They dealt with the roamers. and they took vertical,
Attackers
all
need
being
to locate
facilitated
and
by the
defuse
Monty.
bombs.
I would like to see more Monty. We've seen them teased just a little bit by Nesta, especially back in round 7, and we know what happened there. They didn't bother to check their corners or drone. Now that we're going back there, though, I don't think Reikai can really rely on a misplay like that out of Axiom. I think Axiom is going to be much more tactful with the things that they do. They're going to take their map control like what we just saw, and then when it comes down to the execution, they're going to slow things down just a bit. There is a possibility that they change that altogether. They were showing the thermite. There is now a thermite, so they might go for a tandem push on the
5
top floor, the
seconds to go.
bottom, and through the basement, through that middle floor, take that vertical, and then use that Monty to push those
Attackers
defenders
must
away.
locate and defuse a bomb.
I hope they do. They will bring him yet again. And going downstairs this time, I feel like no Maverick. This is a little bit interesting. And I mean, there is going to be a Kaid. I'm going to assume that they're just going to, take it from above. That's usually what I like to do when pushing downstairs. I'll usually open it up from above. And oh my gosh, they are going to have a mute jammer on that wall there. That's interesting. I guess they're going to be holding it down. Tweed is going to be, oh yes, it is garage wall. See, this map is a little bit, I'll be backwards regardless. So they will open up that wall despite there being a mute jammer on it. And with that, oh my gosh. Okay, I've seen this strategy before. I'm not going to lie. I don't really like having the one garage wall opened up, or whatever that is, that basement wall opened up. I don't like having it open. I'm honestly interested to see if the defenders will end up winning this round, because I feel like having that is always a recipe for disaster.
I mean, it can work both ways. It's a gamble for sure, and your Reikai is relying on trying to find a kill through that mirror window, and maybe the attackers just don't drone it out. To be fair, that is a storyline that we've seen happen before. Do they know what bomb site this is?
Oh my god. No,
No.
way.
Now, they could be just taking this vertical to deal with the roamers. That's very possible. My one concern with that is the fact of the time management. We're already halfway through the round, and we aren't even challenging the middle floor where there's roamers. Like, this needs to be expedited. And look at the way that they're prioritizing it. They think it's top floor.
No, they have to. They have to think it's top floor, because why did they open that up realistically? I mean, there is going to be 2 people upstairs, I believe. I saw there was somebody else closer to like electrical or in that other room. I'm not sure if I see him now.
Right?
Oh, but hold on. Somebody might just get cheekily swung out. Tweed, does he know that somebody is right there? Well, he does now. Cheeky.
He's trying to plant.
Yet again. Oh my god. No way. It's muted? Wait, what? Wait. What was that little thing
The
that I
attacker's
just saw?
bomb diffuser has
Why
been
did I
dropped.
just see?
Attackers
Did you
recover
notice
the
that, or is it
diffuser.
just me?
Yeah, well, one of the attackers went through a drone. All right, they know now. We're fine. It's not attack. It's not the top floor. We're gonna now attack the basement. Thank you. But there's 30 seconds left, B. I don't know if they have enough time to make this work.
I don't think so either. Honestly, I mean, hey, look, I've seen teams that have cracked under pressure. If Axiom is the type of team to crack under pressure, then absolutely they can lose it. They can just get jumbled up, because some of them last seconds are always the most crucial. Bottom, though, it's going to take down Nest, gets taken out, though, for the refrag. A 3v3 turns to a 2v2. It's shot after shot, one after another. It's 2v1. The defenders will have the advantage, and I
5
feel
seconds
like the
remaining.
the biggest thorn in Axiom's side isn't actually Reikai, but it's themselves,
Operators, you have run out
because
of
they
time.
just pushed upstairs. Talk to me about that, Chief. Talk to me about that.
Mistakes were made. I don't know if I could go into them like that. That would be cruel, right? I mean, what gets me the most is if we go back to the start of that round, there's a drone that's killed by Ram in, what is it, cargo. Like, it's shot. Like, a drone dies in the basement.
Locate and defuse bombs.
That's what hurts my brain
You
the
guys are
most.
burgers.
Mistakes were made. You know what? We're gonna move on with our lives, and hopefully Axiom will too. Without hopefully no keyboards were broken. And to be fair, Axiom actually was pretty close to winning that round. Like a 2v2, like if you get 3 kills when you're rushing a site with 20 seconds left, after now running down 3 different floors after assuming that it was a different bomb site, is actually kind of impressive. like Reikai was
10 seconds
closer to
to
losing that round than they should have. Like that was like a guaranteed win on a silver platter. The
5
fact that it was a
seconds left
2v2
before
at one
insertion.
point is bizarre, but it's round 11. No more shenanigans,
Attackers'
right?
objective is to locate a bomb and
I
defuse
hope
it.
not. I would have to say though, and this I always think about this. I feel like if Axiom ends up losing, I feel like that round is gonna eat them up inside. I feel like it's genuinely gonna
That's a
hurt them, and
disbander.
I always think about that. It might just be, honestly. I always think about that. I'm like, I wonder which rounds will have the most impact, and we'll have people thinking like, damn, we should have just won that. That round was so easy. We made that dumb mistake, and that cost us. But I digress. Maybe Axiom will win, and they won't have to worry about trials and tribulations of this game. If they win it, hopefully that's the right way to use that word. But anyways, Mr. Monty gonna be coming in through this bottom garage. They know he's there, and of course Cheeky is gonna have that boss G. I'm still trying to see Cheeky cook with that boss G. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, where? I just realized where's their KDAs?
You have to open it up. The kill deaths are when you open up, they are showed.
A bomb
That's
has been
upsetting.
At least
located.
I've seen them in the
Not gonna
past.
I want to
Maybe
know
not.
who's
Maybe they're
doing that.
removed. Yeah, let's shame.
Oh, there we go. Wait, most people are doing quite good actually, so it ain't too shabby. Anyways, Cheeky getting a kill of 5v4. A minute and a half remaining. The round continues to take down the advantage for the boys on Reikai.
But no boss G in that kill feed, only SMG 12, but still good enough for that one kill. Axiom, one player down. A firebolt sent down range, and it's about to propagate into bottom, but not quite enough. Oh, one spotted.
My God.
There goes
Oh,
a
no.
lot of fire and a lot of pain and suffering. Oh, that was a huge misplay. Great on Axiom to bring it back to a 4v4. Cheeky finds their second, and now they have to be even more careful of those vertical holes and those horizontal holes. Monty goes hunting. They're good for that kill as well, but still Axiom on the back foot. Oh, don't get too aggressive there. The stand-up almost cost them their life. Glitch falls. Monty unsheaths themselves, and now it's a Monty. A 1v2, an impossible situation to win. And in fact, it is impossible as it's now map point confirmed for Reikai.
Oh no, Reikai, that was beautifully done on their part as well. Again, another cheekily close round, but it seems like Reikai just kind of know how to hold it down when the final seconds start to come in. I'm not gonna lie though, that Capitan play was absolutely beautiful. Absolutely flushed that boy out, had his toes burning just a little bit, and like you said, Reikai will launch themselves to match point. Axiom has no choice but to win this if they want to bring it to
Attackers
OT.
need to locate and defuse bombs.
So what do you do differently if you're
Attackers have
Axiom?
located a bomb.
Well, one of the things you can do is replicate what you did back in round number 9, the one bomb site that you've been able to win on your attack, and that's where we're going right now. So it's a comfortable place for Axiom, and in fact, that's going to be even better for them, because if they win this round, they go into OT, and they're able to at least win out the entire map. But that requires a victory here in round 12, and so far, Reikai bringing out what I think is necessary tools to carry them to
10
success.
seconds to go.
You have your Mute, you have your Vigil, and you have your Pulse plus Castle, as well
5
as
seconds to
Turboro,
go.
so you have everything that you need to slow, deny information, and
Attackers
grab
are moving
information
to
of
the
your
bomb.
own. What can Axiom do to shut this down? Well, they're bringing back Old Faithful, the Monty, and this is also the right play, because the Monty has been great at clearing and taking space.
Yes, Axiom definitely know how to use their Monty quite well. The pulse, oh my gosh, remember the first round. Get this pulse away from Exosuit, man. I'm getting PTSD. This is going to be a little drone, or not a drone hole, a little hole that was made there maybe to catch some people off guard that are coming in through a little window, but obviously not too much. Hopefully the boys on Axiom will know which site that they are going to be pushing. Like you said, the only attacking round they won has been that tertiary site, which is a little bit unfortunate. They are going to be opening up that, I'm not sure what this wall is called, but it won't matter. Tubanao is going to slow down the process, making it a little bit harder, or at least taking a little more time for them to get in there like Swimmer. However, Grim might just get cheeky in electrical. Or no, connector. No, that is electrical.
Electrical, it is electrical. Electrical now
Yes.
cracked. Thermite detonated, and look at this long angle. Oh, the AR-15 had the angle, but shut down through the window. No drone even needed there. You could just spray if you're too exposed to that green barricade. Oh, unfortunate. And more information, the side of Axiom. They've done a wonderful job of grabbing information, and they have even more. Not yourself prepped. And there's your best friend. Finding the trade back, 4 apiece, but the time halfway through the round, and there's no ram, which means no vertical. And since you didn't bring out the buck or sledge, the floor is upstairs more or less going to be intact unless you brought soft place breaching charges, and even that can only give you so many angles into the site. So it's going to really come down to the raw mechanical skill of Axiom as well as the 2 hard breachers that they in play cracking open that bomb site.
And of course, we make our way to a minute in the round. It's still a 4v4. This is quite literally anybody's game. You cannot predict. I don't care. You cannot predict what way this round is going to go. I think they just heard a C4 try to get blown. Oh my god, 16 HP in a dream. We'll take down bottom, but with that, Cheeky, finally a boss Cheek kill. A 3v3 turns to a 3v2. King Bond taking it down, and the boys on Reikai are at the man advantage. It isn't over yet, though. Monty will start planting his bomb to provide him with a little bit of a bait, and we're going to have Aiko watching his back. He did just see the Vigil run by there. Monty going to start planting this bomb as fast as he possibly can. He keeps getting off. A 2v2 as somebody gets down, and oh my god, it turns to a 2v1. Pulse is the last one remaining, no longer has a C4.
10 seconds to go.
Cheeky is gonna be, no, best Cheeky is gonna be planting. They're gonna get, oh my god, they're gonna get the revival off. I'm stumbling over my words how much is going on right now. It goes back to an even 2v2. Are they gonna try and get a little bit birdie up in here? We will find out. Monty's gonna be stuck in this corner, basically just pushing the defenders back further and further. Aiko is gonna take down Cheeky though. And it's a 1v2, the Pulse versus the World. He's gonna need to get these 2 kills in a matter of even less than 15 seconds and then get this defusal off. It doesn't seem likely, and unfortunately, well, not unfortunately for the boys on Reikai, but fortunately for the boys on Axiom as well as the viewers, we will be going into OT, baby! Woo! Well done, Axiom.
What an incredible attack from Axiom. I mean, how did they get the bomb site in the first place? Like, where was Reikai? Nobody was there. And it was just misplays by the Reikai defense that just allowed Axiom to get into the bomb site, set up that plant. Reikai did a lot of things well, but at the end of the day, Axiom was in the right place at the right time. They shut down the players who were trying to come back to the site into the post plan. And it was Axiom that was able to cross that finish line utilizing that tertiary bomb site. Excellent for them, but I do have one concern, B. They're not going to have the luxury of attacking on that bomb site again. They have the unfortunate disadvantage of attacking now twice in overtime, assuming that we even see round 15, and Reikai got the luxury of being on defense twice. So they get to bring out the basement, they get to bring out the top floor, 2 bomb sites that they're flawless on so far.
Oh yes, so it seems like it might be going into Reikai's favor. I will love, Chief, if you know me, you know I love seeing these games go OT. I will love to gas this game for 15 absolutely amazing rounds. But you're right, Reikai will have the advantage because they have won these rounds every single time. Every single time. I think Basement was like the closest that they had. And it was really only because of the fact that like Axiom had no clue where they were going. And they just ended up making it close, you know what I mean? So we will see. Maybe Axiom can turn the tides, can switch the table a little bit, can flip it on a 180 and surprise the stream a little bit. But of course, Cheeky back on that Vigil roam. And again, damn, you know what? Same strategy. We got the Monty going in. Maybe. Wait, what was that thing called? The facade? No. Tell me it.
Sunken cost fallacy?
Yo, what if they're doing the fallacy? They just keep doing the same thing over and over. And
exactly. You know the other term that I love to describe that is bashing your forehead against the wall. That's another good one too. Not quite as professional, but it's still just as fun. And here's something that Axiom has done perfectly every single time except for this one. Murder holes in the floor to deny the prone play of the Ash, and a bandit trick as well. 1 exothermic charge is dead. A prioritization of Reikai to deny access to this wall altogether. This is a perfect changeup. I believe they do have one set of EMPs, but unfortunately, that's going to be on the Monty, and you have to do those sparingly. And this is a perfect change. Axiom, honestly, looking a little dazed and confused. I don't think they know how to deal with this, especially since you now rotated the Vigil of Cheeky downstairs. I mean, they're playing so aggressive. What do you do if you're Axiom? I think this is a sunken cost fallacy. You give up on the wall and you go back to a different strategy.
Oh my gosh. I love that. I love that. I have to start using that. But anyways, though, moving swiftly forward, the Monty's going to be moving his way over here into Connector. I think they know that somebody's in that corner. A C4 is ready to get ripped, but it will not matter because that mirror is going to block a little bit of line of sight. It looks like somebody's over there in electrical, and they just know their sixth sense is tingling. It is going to be Mr. Vaughn, Mr. Tweed, and even the Monty as well, Nesty, all making their way. He starts to push in. The territory is his and his for the taking. In and out of sight. Stop edging us, bro. Just go in or get out. We need to see something happen. 40 seconds and 5v5. The pressure is on for both teams as we're sitting at a standstill. And as I'm saying that, Tweed will take down 4v5, a two-piece onto Glitch. And oh my god, I didn't even give you time to speak. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. We just saw the second flawless of the round. Or not of the round, of the game. And I believe it came from either sides. It came from Reikai one round, and now Axiom will get their second, the second flawless of the game, and their first.
And Axiom looked beautiful doing that, and they've addressed their woes. They finally won a bomb site that wasn't the tertiary site, and they won it in commanding fashion. I mean, dominating that entire round, and it seemed like Reikai wasn't even in the lobby at parts. We saw no resistance from them whatsoever. And the problems of Axiom, we were highlighting that it was an imperative round. They had to win one of these attacking rounds, and they've done exactly that. And now they put themselves in the perfect position. They're going upstairs. They're going to a bomb site that they've been able to win. To be fair, though, they only have a 50% win rate on this site. But still, it's a bomb site that they have a proven track record of winning on. They only have lost this bomb site. Actually, they've played it 3 times. They've only lost it once. That was the one time that Reikai brought out the rush. It was the Blitz. It was the Glass. And B, look who's now
We
back.
got it again! Whoa! This is what I've been waiting for, Chief! As soon as I saw the Blitz in the Glass, you had to see the smile on my face. You literally just had to see, oh my god, from ear to ear. I'm like, finally, we get this, bro. This is like an absolutely mythical type of thing. You do not get to see this often. These guys, they done it once. And that was it. They stopped. They were like, all right, we're not pushing our luck no more. This time they're going second time around doing that same strategy, and I hope it works. The 14th round. And I'm telling you, it's not over yet. I want to see this go 4-4. Or not 4-4. Sorry, 7-7.
Love that combination right there. Maverick, Smoke, Glass. You can see anybody who enters in through that banana thermal site, but nobody from Exit is going to take that bait. They're going to be a little bit more conservative, and that's the right play because the 2-2 train of Blitz is on the other side of this mirror window. Careful to vault, though. There's a frost map there, and I think Blitz wants to take that angle. They want to take that fight, but if they do, they're going to get slammed by it, and I think they know. The way that they're playing around, oh, wow, that's dangerous. The knife into the Blitz. You don't want to be playing close range with the Blitz. Reikai, though, their strategy of shock and awe seems to be read into perfectly. And now, what do you do at this point? Do you deal with this mirror window? Yes, that is your win condition right now, but Glitch takes so much damage, in fact, down to 2 HP. The Reikai attack, shock and awe, the quick speed, not going in their favor, but Bottom finds the first kill.
Beautiful. 4v4. No, not a 4v4. A 4v5. I'm sorry. I thought Ethan said. I'm like, damn, but it doesn't even matter. Vaughn will get another kill. We're getting a 4v4. And Axiom will now take the lead as Tweed takes down another. Reikai are going to have to get some kills. Damn, the Voninator takes down. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let him cook. I'm not going to lie. Vaughn was a little bit lacking this game, but this round he definitely stepped up, and oh my gosh, not only did Axiom do the absolute impossible and finally win out their attacking round that wasn't on a tertiary side, but they ended up winning the entire thing in general, even after Reikai's absolutely crazy, spontaneous little push with that blitz and the glass.
I mean, that was an incredible attack there. I loved what it was doing. And then it just crumbles. It falls apart. And Axiom's defense was just that much better. I mean, they addressed their issues. And that was an incredible comeback from Axiom. Because there was moments there where we were like, I think it's over. I mean, some of their attacks just sputtered out of control. But it doesn't matter. One mistake, two mistakes. All that matters is you were the better team that showed up in that series. Axiom was certainly that, especially on those defenses. I mean, 4-2 splits for both of those teams. But it was Axiom's day. They're finally able to take that, and more importantly, they usurped that second spot.
Yes, well done to them. Although the Neko team lost, I'm glad that I got to see both these teams play. They seem quite leveled out, and they both did amazing. I'm happy to watch them, and I'm happy that Vaughn was able to pick up a little bit that last round. Cheeky! I can't stop thinking about Cheeky on the Boss G. I guess Vigil and him go hand in hand. I'm glad to
So
have
one
watched
thing
this
we didn't
game
talk
with you.
about: are we pro
Tell
Boss
me.
G? What do we?
You know
Is Boss
what?
G actually viable? What was our takeaway from just Boss G?
Honestly, I mean, look, people who know how to play the Boss G, I think should definitely play it. I have a friend who's amazing at it. Cheeky, sometimes I'm like in the middle. I'm like, I've seen Cheeky miss a couple of Boss G shots. I'm like, should you really be on the Boss G? But he showed up. He ended up getting a lot of really good kills that meant a lot for the round. So I'm going to say I'm pro Cheeky. I'm pro Boss G. What
Hashtag
about
Boss
you,
G
Chief? Tell
stands.
me.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm convinced. I'm just a hater. Like I'll be the bad. You're the good cop.
Really?
I'm the bad cop. I'm just an absolute hater towards Boss G. You know what I would like? M878 cog. Hashtag give M878 cog. If you know, you know.
Oh my gosh, you're too funny. Damn, we gotta convert you over to the Boss G side. We do. Because I feel like Boss
Well,
G is low-key underrated. If you're good
if
at it,
anybody knows,
mint.
the chef is a hard boosted bronze. Let's be real. There's a reason I'm on this side of the casting desk and not in the lobby. So any
Oh
shade
my
I ever
gosh.
throw you, you can just throw it back on Twitter and show off my negative 12 million
Your s-
KD. But
Your stats. Bro, it's just like
hey,
me
man.
for real.
Hey, man.
Oh,
I still rock official Ember Eyes because I'm that terrible human being. Sue me.
no, man, the Ember Eyes charm is absolutely beautiful. A lot of people
No,
don't
not Ember Eyes charm. We're
know.
talking Ember Eyes skin.
Oh!
We're talking like the vile, like awful skin.
Oh my god. I thought you were talking about the charm. I'm like, yo, that is an absolutely beautiful charm. Oh,
No. We're the worst. But I want to take things back. I want to highlight. I want to bring back to reality for just 1 second. On the side of Axiom, well, you know what I loved most is like when they got like cheesed and clowned on, especially in round 7, and we are like, this is going to be bad. They brought it back together and they played structure, which is the problem in round 7. And I want to say that's a hallmark of a good team. And the reason I bring that up is because I completely ripped them a new one at one point. And
yeah.
I want to
Oh, yeah.
say that all my criticisms were addressed throughout the round, and as they continue to attack, they continue to evolve, and they were so darn impressive with that flawless round 13 attack.
That was honestly surprising. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh my god. I was ready to hand it off to you. And then Tweety got 2 kills, and then the round was over. I'm like, what just happened? Like, was this the Axiom we saw when they were pushing up here the first time around? I don't think so.
No, they
But
drone.
I
They had
actually
information.
wait. I think it was
What?
both that rounds. I think Reikai flawless upstairs, and so did. Am I tweaking out, or did they end up flawlessing upstairs?
I didn't write that down in my notepad. I'm gonna be
No!
honest with you.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
I'ma say I think so. I
Just
think
say it.
they
Just say it
did
with
flawless
confidence.
upstairs.
Just say it with
They
confidence,
flawless
that's
upstairs. Both teams, they did flawless
boom.
upstairs.
Even if it's
So,
not true,
yeah.
we said it's true. So that's the way it
Everything
is.
we say is true.
Now, we have one more moment. We're stalling for a reason. We got some juicy stats. We weren't quite able to debut them in week number 1, but we're able to debut that here. And you were talking about wanting to shame players for their cost, their KDs, their ratings. So the floor is all you, B.
No, you know what? This isn't too bad. I'm not gonna lie, this is great. No, I don't think anybody did horrible. I don't really know what this cost means or what the rating means. I'm looking at the KD, and I think everybody pretty much picked up their weight. Like I said, Vaughn, I think, was at the lowest point. I would have before that last round, I believe he was 3-8. That would make sense because I believe that last round he got 3 kills. So he picked up where he needed to pick up. I honestly have no complaints from anybody on either team because I think both of these teams and both of the players or both of these teams and their players did great and absolutely carried their own, as you can see, considering the game is so close.
And honestly, the KDs are almost mirrored across the same team. I mean, you got 6 and 8 on the bottom, and then from there, it's basically the same thing, plus or minus a kill. And then the costs are also the same, and that's kills, objectives, which means planting the bomb, defusing the bombs, survivals, and trades. And that just
Whoa, wait,
basically
that's
is
cost?
that's cost.
That's interesting. Okay. So what is these stats? Like what is 50, 78.57? Like
So, okay, so 100% cost. So it's in a percentage. That means you got a kill in every round. You played, or you got an objective in the round, plant, defuse. You survived a round, or you were traded in the round, traded or trading. You're the person, the tradee or trador, however you want to conjugate that word. So it just means it shows your overall impact. So the higher of a cost, the closer to 100 you are, the more
the more
impact you had
impactful,
in the overall series. The lower the cost, the lower of an impact, and the
the
rating
less.
is
Oh, I
is
like
kind of
that.
yeah, and the rating is each league and everyone kind of does their own rating and it's calculated in different ways, factoring in different elements of the round.
I like that though. I don't think we actually have. I've never seen this on console. I think this is one of my first times. So this is quite interesting. I like this. I think I've seen this on Pro League a couple times. So this is cool to see for the first time ever. Now I finally understand what it means. So kills, objective. What's S? Survival,
Survival.
survival,
So it means
and
you just
trading.
lived.
So if you do it like like let's say you survived in the round but you didn't get a kill, like are you 100? Like what is that? No, you know what?
Yes.
Don't worry. Don't. Oh, really? Okay, so at least one, basically.
You can't be greater than one. It's either
Okay,
one or nothing.
okay, okay. So at least if you kill, you play objective, you survive, or you trade, you will get something.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
so it's like
cool.
it's just like an if. Like if you get a kill, if you play the objective, if you survive, or if you trade, it's equal to one, and it's like an if or.
Wow,
So
I like this. Thank you for explaining this to me. Hopefully, somebody on the stream doesn't know it either, so then they just learned as well. Because I don't want to be the only one that's like, guys, what is this? Oh man,
well, don't
that's
ask
like
about
a
ratings.
very
That was
like
pulled from
common thing with
Siege.
me.
Numbers are scary. I have a degree in finance, and I could
Yeah.
barely count like in
Ooh,
pickleball to 11. So like it's numbers are hard.
pickleball.
Pickleball's
I
the
think I
greatest thing
played
in the
that
world,
once in
but
high school.
it's fun. I highly recommend it. But you know what else is the greatest thing in the world? More Rainbow Six Siege, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go
Yay!
anywhere. 5 minutes away. We have match number 2. See you soon.
We'll be back. Pow pow.
Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Calling me royalty.
If you
What up,
thought
guys?
Reikai Axiom was going to be a good match, wait till Wanted Goons and Kinetic enter into the fray. Chief Cast Bianca here for week number 2 of AEL. And Bianca, as we're alluding to, this is going to be so much fun.
Yes. Oh my gosh. This is going to be a great game. I've seen one of Goons play before, but this will be my first time. Oh my god. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. This will be my first time casting Kinetic. So I'm excited to see how they perform against Wanagoons because I know Wanagoons is an extremely hard roster, or not necessarily hard roster, but they're a very passionate roster. And so I'm hoping to see a good game coming out of both of these teams.
Well, I mean, it's set up to be a good game. It's first and second place, and I mean, in the first game of the day, Reikai and Axiom, I mean, it was a 8-6 victory for Axiom, and it went the entire distance. I'm expecting this to do the same as well, because both of these teams are first and second place in their particular group, and it's currently WG ACAD in that first place slot. Kinetic right behind, and it's only a 2.5 point difference between these two teams. So basically what that comes down to, Bianca, whoever ends up winning should be the team that takes the lead, unless it goes kind of a middle of the road game, like we went to the overtime middle of the road, but it goes the distance into overtime, where we could probably still see WHG Academy, depending on who wins, takes that cake.
Well, I would love to see it go overtime, match point. That's my favorite type of games to watch and cast. So with that, we can go over the roster. If you're not familiar with Wanagoons, we got Scary, Geku, Wazim, Waileki, and Pinto. And oh my gosh, wait, what's
Cruel?
Kinetic? No, Kinetic. Oh my gosh. I was like, I almost said cruel. I almost said cruel, but I meant Kinetic. Kinetic, this is no diss. Oh my god, I'm horrible with names, but hopefully I hit these all on the spot. Let's see how many I get wrong. On Kinetic, we got Cruel, Divvy, AC, Jacko, and Greenie. Those seem easy enough,
Those are easy names.
right?
My 3 brain cells can process that. Now, can
No,
my 3
literally,
brain
that's
cells
me.
process the map ban?
Ooh. I don't even want to. Oh my god, of course, I don't want to know
I
the
don't
map
know this
ban, so
time,
I
to be
need
fair.
all.
I knew that we were going to
Yes!
labs last time. I don't know this time, so it's
Chief.
completely new to me.
Oh my god, welcome to the
Any
best
predictions?
part of casting R6. I'm gonna say Oregon. I gotta keep it. I gotta
Oregon.
keep it. I feel like Wanagoons Academy is like a very what's the word? A very like play by the book team. They're
Well,
so
that's
I mean
gone.
I guess I'm
You
completely
wanted to
wrong.
want a
What do
second
you
pick? I'll
think?
give you a second pick.
Give me a second pick.
Well, my pick's Bank, for the record. Bank is my favorite map.
Okay.
I'm a Bank stan, so that's what I'm going to go with. Still in the play, in play, by the way. Still not yet banned. So far, everything else is
Oh
pretty normal. And in fact, our hometown favorites, Oregon Chalet and Clubhouse,
no, I
the
might have
most
been right.
overplayed maps,
Wait!
are
Give me one
completely gone. Bank either being played or the final
Okay,
ban.
Bank can play.
Fingers crossed. Yes, I'm the
What was
best.
that? Oh my god, Chief, what the hell? How did you guess that? Oh my gosh. I had 2 tries and I got
God,
it.
I'm good.
Are you kidding me? Seriously,
God,
do
I'm
you
the
know
best.
something that I don't know, Chief? Are you kidding
I'm
me?
prescient. I'm just the
Oh
best.
my
Call me
gosh.
Paul
You
Atreides. I
literally
see the
are.
future.
You got that, like, you got some crazy, like, yeah, you got some crazy sixth sense. Are you kidding me? This guy pre-fired that at 2 bands, by the way. He pre-fired it at 2 bands, the most random map, and it is gonna be Bang. But I love
It's not random. It's my
casting
favorite
Bang.
map, for the record.
Yo, maybe it's a target. Maybe it's a target map that they wanted to play because they knew that you loved it so much.
Well,
I would hope.
I think our players are ready. We're almost ready. So
Almost
the
ready.
reason I picked this map, and the reason why it's my favorite, is I just like the way that it forces a team on attack. It requires you to make a real distinct decision on what you want to do and how you want to take it, where you want to push from, whether or not it's upstairs, how much pressure do you want to put into square, how much pressure do you want to put in through banana. And when you go downstairs, it's the same story. Are you going to prioritize dirt tunnel? Are you going to prioritize garage? We've seen attacks that don't do any of those. Sometimes they
Really?
just prioritize hatches. Yeah, that's the beauty of Bank. You have so many dynamic options, and it forces you as an attacker to truly make a decision. I guess in the defense, too, you have to be prepared for that level of dynamic play. But our players are ready. Our lobbies are ready. Let's see how Bank
Yay!
actually goes down.
And wait, maybe we should get a little bit of we gotta guess the bands. Hopefully we're gonna get into the bands soon. What do you think? We'll pre-fire these bands
Monty
as
Ying.
we're talking.
Monty Ying.
Monty Ying?
Maybe not in that
Okay.
order, but Monty Ying. Dokkaebi is an easy pick, but I'm not going to go Doki. Monty Ying. And then defense is up in the air for me. I mean, defense can go anywhere. I'll probably say Fenrir. And then that last one, I'm going to be boring and say something like a Valk.
Valk, oh my gosh, Valk would be good. Okay, wait, Ying and I think Doke would make the most sense. I feel like I'm gonna say a Kaid ban, and
Cade Strong.
I feel like I want to just say this because Wamai is so good, but I feel like Wamai is so random. It's like, who would ban Wamai? I've seen it before, but honestly, not often.
We saw it in the last game.
Oh, we did! So maybe, okay, Ying and Doke would make sense. So that I want to say a Kaid and a Wamai. We will see how correct I am. Hopefully these bands can speed up the process. And I love, oh my god, no, maybe Mira though. Why did we low-key overlook
Mira's strong
Mira?
too.
We kind of
Mira.
overlooked it.
Those are just so boring. I was going more for the information game. I think information is powerful. I mean, to be fair, there's Goyo. Our observer in the background, Unnamed Gamer's like, it's Goyo. It's gonna be Goyo. Well, he was right.
And it
I
was
was
Goyo!
Oh, and Azami. We didn't even talk about
Azami?
Azami.
On bank, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Azami is so... I don't know, I feel like it's not that good, or not necessarily not that good, but I feel like it's not as like useful here as like other operators. Like 100%, I feel like
What
Mira's way more
Azami
useful.
does is she forces the attacking team, especially pre-nerf, is she forces the team to actually bring utility. Grenades, Zofia, Ashe, something to kill those Kiba barriers at range. Now that they can be shot, you can do that with a DMR, you can do it with your primary AR, but it's a little slow. But it still requires you to expend a lot of time to deal with that. So it makes sense. And Bank is one of those maps where time is a luxury. Most of these bomb sites are going to take you almost 2 minutes and 30 seconds to be able to set yourself up for the attack, which does not give you a lot of time to prepare for that execute.
Of a bomb.
And look at this. We're going to be going open first. Can you believe this?
I mean,
I feel like this is
I've been
such a
bored with it.
ballsy little play. Is this
But all 4
content,
bomb
like, do
sites
you
are
always do
viable.
this?
Yeah, all 4 bomb sites are
Really?
viable. And you could really throw off an attacking team by going downstairs first. And honestly, I would say that both of the middle floor sites are probably the best sites right now in the rotation. I mean, certainly
5 seconds
open
remaining.
is so strong because, again, you have to take vertical, and there's not a lot of vertical that pressures directly into sight. What is it, trading? Stock trading is really the only vertical that you have, and then you take the vertical above archives, but archives is just kind of a buffer room, not a direct sight. And then when you have stock trading, who cares? Most defenders aren't going to play there anyways, and you as an attacker can't comfortably play there anyways because players are going to be in CEO. So open area, totally a stand at that.
Okay, that's a great way to put it. At the very least, you've convinced me. Maybe open area is something that I've overlooked. Maybe I've just, I've been a little bit too critical of it. With that, though, a Flores coming out of Blackbeard isn't something you see too often. I remember getting to cast Gekyu once. I believe it was Gekflax. He did amazing. I hope to see him pop off once again. But, of course, not much time has happened, or not much time has passed in the round. However, a swing might just come out from Mr. Divvy. Maybe they decided not to ban the Mira because they are going to utilize her. And with that, Mr. Jammin is going to go down a C4 to the dome. And they'll make it a 4v5 in favor of the boys on Kinetic.
You can already see what Kinetic's doing. They're playing the majority of their defenders off-site, only one of them on-site, and it's applying a lot of pressure. One trade for wanted Goons, but they still have more to find as they're in the man deficit. Here's why Blackbeard's in play, though. You want to pressure those big windows, so you may as well put a ceramic shield over your face to try to cover you as much as possible. Another round of trades, but Kinetic still maintains that roster advantage. However, the Selma holes have opened up a large portion of the bomb site that could could give Wanted Goons an area to start pressure, to start to move in, but unfortunately a bad swing atop square has almost kind of buried Wanted Goons. 1v3 with so much time left, what are you going to do? Well, die is apparently the option of Wanted Goons, and it's going to be a pretty decisive round one for Kinetic.
Wow, they played that great. I was a little bit skeptical about the open area. I was like, maybe open isn't really the best. At least it's not my first option, but it seems like Kinetic plays that beautifully. And with that, maybe they just startled Wanted Goons a little bit. They thought, who the hell goes open area? Nobody, except for the boys on Kinetic. And they will win it out. Going back downstairs, we bring the mirror again, as well as a Kaid and a Tubarão. This is a lot. This is a lot of denial for these hatches and walls. I love to see this.
And the best part of that Turboro is when you have the K clause in play as well, you can deny those hatches for what seems like ever. B, look at the attacking lineup. They're not changing anything. Are you just bringing one set of flat place thermite charges and then Selmas? That seems like a really low investment into hard breaching. Yeah, this is odd.
Well, maybe Wanted Goons are confident, or maybe they think that they're going upstairs because notice only 2 drones are gone. Maybe they think, oh no, never mind. They did figure out that they are going to go down. They are going to be attacking downstairs, so they will bring a Hibana. There was one time that I saw a team defend down here that I will never forget, and I wish I could remember this team for the life of me, but they ended up putting a Mira. You know where that little thermite, where usually people put that thermite charge and they end up, they end up backing and planting. I remember somebody had put a Mira there and had popped it open. I will never forget that. And every time somebody goes facing with a Mira, I hope that they do that exact same strategy, but they don't. I'm waiting for the day it happens, but yeah, unfortunately today won't be the day. However, the day will be just like any other day. Mr. Vigil roaming upstairs in CEO and the lounge. Maybe Nook might catch him off guard.
Drones are helping Nook identify that there's nobody around Banana, but Nook should realize that there's some cloaking going on, and the 2 operators can cloak each other from information about to butt heads with each other. Oh, Nook is making so much information. The pre-fire from Vigil whiffs, though. That could have been a free kill, and it's time for Kinetic to get out of there. Cruel has overstayed their welcome, and they must leave. It gets even worse, though, for Cruel, as that's a flank from the top of Square, and that's well addressed by Wanted Goons, taking that opening kill. And it was an unfortunate miss, but mistakes were made, and mistakes happen, and now Kinetic have control of the first 2 floors. They don't quite know that yet. They have to do a little bit more due diligence to drone, and in fact, they actually don't have that control. Yeah, the Valkyrie of Greeny looking and lurking, but they don't know they're being shot from behind.
5v3 Wanted Goons, although we're a little bit sloppy last round, seem like this round they're going to be locking in a little bit more from above. They're seen over on these white stairs. Something cheeky might just happen. Where are the EMP grenades? There are none. It seems like these hatches are going to be a little bit of a problem to open up. Seems like they're just going to have to go for the hatches that aren't going to be kited off. Still in the advantage, though. A minute in the round will start, and time will start to tick. We are going to be watching that vault hatch drop, and Hibana's going to be running around, opening up as much as she can. I'm wondering where this Nook is right now. Is she still on white stairs? Okay, Flores actually will be on the white stairs. I want to know where this Nook is. She was being cheeky previously, and I want to know if she's made any progress making her way down. However, Kaid is going to be watching as time ticks, and we drop down elevator.
This is going to be a prioritization of gold and vault. Ooh, a little bit too aggressive a swing from Kinetic, but that's really the only option they have in this round. They're going to have to take these gunfights one by one, and they're going against them. They've dropped multiple players. So 1v3 with 20 seconds left, and stuck in gold is an undesirable position to be in, and it's a quick fail for Kinetic, and Wanted Goons address the problems of round 1.
Yup, that's exactly what they did. First round was a little bit of a shaky start, not going to lie. I was like, wow. Wanted Goons is such a strong roster. Maybe it was just an open area. The first round jitters are long gone for the boys on the ACAT team of Wanted Goons. They sweep up and clean up the second round, scoring 1-1. And Amaru now, assuming that they go upstairs, that's going to be really cheeky. I love seeing people, get ballsy and go Amaru up here.
But the thing with Amaru is I like when Amaru is played. I don't like when Amaru flies to the hatch in the first 90 seconds of a round. And like a late round Amaru, where the only thing Amaru does is like drone in everybody until the last moment of the round, and then they fly in through the windows, and nobody expects like that Amaru play. Like, people expect the Amaru like early on flying through the east windows. They don't expect it like late in the round. So hopefully Wanted Goons is going to be tactful with that utility, because Amaru goes both ways. They can be an absolute liability when used incorrectly, but B, we have a problem. They've been 6 picked away.
No!
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb.
No, guys, are you serious? Oh my god, I was waiting for the
We
ball
get an
to
F in
play,
chat
and
for
I'm
B.
like, oh no. I'm not gonna lie, I was waiting. I was like, yo, Wanna Goons could low-key eat this up right now. Cause I telling you, I got so much money on Wanna Goons. And it would have been great to see that. Instead, they're gonna go for a polar opposite Amon team. Really? Really? Well, I mean,
I
hey, look,
actually
maybe
think this is
Monty
the right
the
play.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it's the right play, especially
oh
losing
my
the.
mind.
But like, you have Castle in play. You can't Amaru in through any of those windows. You have to go in through the split window, and that's just basically like suicide. So like, that's just not going to work for you. And Monty is going to be the facilitator of this round, the true mountain, because they can just walk up these banana stairs unchallenged. They're going to have to stop at the top of the stairs. But remember, you have some soft breach in play, and especially with the Zofia, stun and impact from below, that hatch is opened up, and then all of a sudden you're not going to be able to leave if you're stuck in E2. Oh, I love this. This is such an aggressive angle with the ACOG. You might overexpose yourself. Be careful, Habana. Oh, it's ugly. Oh, it almost works, but Habana survives another day.
I love that angle over there. Just either way, I feel like it gets so, you can get caught off guard so crazy. Is there another person in stock over there too? And as I'm speaking, oh my gosh, Justin is trying to take down the Hibana, but he's gonna take it down himself. Caught off guard by Miss Zofia. He is gonna be down, but he's not out just yet. He will actually get picked up, and Hibana's on these angles. This gets you is not letting go just yet. However, Scary making his way into the elevator. No way, you lost that. Are you serious? A 4v4 turns to a 4v, perhaps a 4v3, down but not out yet again. It seems like we might just get another res. Oh my god, that's 2 in 1 round already, and a minute remains on the board. The boys on Wannagoons and Kinetic hand in hand right now, but not for long, as Wannagoons take the advantage. 2-player advantage, but again, AC, oh my gosh, takedown 1, takedown 2, a double kill. Gonna have to take down 2 more. It won't matter. I'd like you to get that final kill, and that round is closed out. The boys on Wannagoons win that again. Not too shabby.
What an aggressive, scrappy rounds between both teams. Honestly, there's moments where it could have gone either direction. They played elbows out, and they played just to take fights. And Kinetic was in the driver's seat for a decent amount of it until Wanted Goons started to use that utility. We saw the Capital bullets miss their mark, but really what was critical was the rappel and the long angle opened up by that Habana. Monty then takes the control of Banana and just acts as this wall, not only for information, but also as a distraction, which allowed Wanted Goons to push in from multiple angles and find kills as those defenders were pressured directly by that Monty. That was a textbook round of how to use that Monty. The Monty was a threat, but never by themselves. Always had lots of support from teammates, and even when shots were missed, even when mistakes were made, Monty and co was able to just lock that round down. That was an incredible way of attacking upstairs, and that's kind of like one of those like textbook rounds, check mark, that went exactly as planned.
10 seconds left.
Monty and co, that is too cute, but it doesn't seem like we're going to have a Monty in this round around. We are going to be going back to open, which is the only round that the boys on Kinetic have won the first round of the game. They won it actually quite beautifully and quite swiftly. And along with that, we are going to have a couple Miras, or Mira windows, upstairs, I guess, to slow down that roam game, especially when they're trying to take vert from above, get established upstairs. Not so fast, boys. We got somebody upstairs. The Ace will be over the top square and already pressure. They know that there are going to be some people roaming around by that CEO office, as well as Stug. He's going to have a cheeky footholds. I wonder which team is going to get the first pick. It seems like Wannagoons right now are on a little bit, you know, believe they're charged up a little bit. They got a bit of momentum going, but I hope that Kinetic can tie out the score, considering that this is the one round that they did win, and they did win it quite distinctively as well.
I think that was because Wanted Goons are just pretty linear with this attack, and then now they're using more utility. They're having Selmas open up different walls. This is already starting to look like a different attack. Ram goes out, and that's just phantom pressure at this point. Nobody's quite in that sector of the map, but what it does is it forces the defenders away from playing in archives. That's going to be really the primary focal point of this defense. You can't really play in open area, but where you can play is basically on the entire middle floor. You hold as much of it as possible. And with players around that door frame, I was about to say, I think they're going to swing and just execute.
Yep, this is not looking too good for the boys on Kinetic. I'm not sure what just happened. It seems like a shot came in. That was a flash that made him turn his back, and they ended up getting punished for it. A 5v2 turns to a 5v1. Why Lucky's going to get that kill. And unfortunately, Greeny isn't going to be able to find a single player on the team of Wanted Goons. The diffuser will go down, but it won't matter. Oh my gosh, on an absolute run, the boys on Wanted Goons are on, and it's 3-1 to the score, but it's not over just yet. It is quite possible that we can leave split at 3-3 or at worst 4-2.
Slayed and slaughtered in round number 4 as open areas just ripped apart one by one. And that was a perfect attack. Again, another round where I know it was flawless, but it was truly flawless, more in the sense of not only did they not have players die, but it seemed like Kinetic just had no horses in that race. It seemed like Kinetic just were absent during that round, and it's what they were doing is they're setting up their holdover and archives tellers. They're playing these long angles, and Kinetic did a good job of forcing those players into positions where they had to either stand, fight, or die. And they elected to take those fights, and they ended up dying in those fights. And it was just a round where Wanted Goons put their players in the right position, and Kinetic could not really adjust. Now we're going back downstairs to the basement. Another round where Wanted Goons has been able to win, and that round was also very decisive.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm telling you, Wanted Goons is an amazing team. They have the edge in a lot of ways. I enjoy truly watching them. This is my first time watching Kinetic, so I honestly, I can't say too much about them. I've never seen them pop off. I've never seen them do horrible. This is the complete blank slate, but I feel like Wanted Goons is definitely a tough team. With that, though, hopefully Kinetic can try and bring the score a little bit closer. It would be a little bit saddening if they ended up, leaving split at the worst possible score. But doesn't matter. A game is a game, and with that, of course, we will, gain a little bit of experience, understand teams better, and understand players better. A Jackal, though, will be brought. That's something I feel like, even though Jackal is on the board quite often, I feel like he isn't crazily used, at least not as much as you would think so, considering, he's able to literally scan the defenders and figure out exactly where they are.
As somebody who has basically like 100% ban rate in ranked, and just doesn't seem to have any pick rate anymore in comp. I mean, there's a time where he was basically played every single round. I mean, terribly oppressive if you find the roamers. Or you could also just get somebody on a bad rotate. That's also a way, and this is the power of Jackal. They spot feet, they might be old, and now you know exactly where that player is. And unlike Deimos, the entire attacking roster knows exactly where that roamer is.
Yes, I think that's the best part. Because honestly, I find it so hard. I would never play Deimos myself, and I feel like if you're playing with randoms and one of them just happens to be Deimos, I feel like it's so useless. Because I don't know where he is, only you know where he is. And then it just feels like it's just counterproductive. Because then it's like, well, what can truly happen? But anyways, we're lucky to take down Justin, and it's going to be a 5v3. It seems like the defense on the basement is going to be a little bit hard. This is what I'm saying. That single wall there that gets opened up, man. I'm telling you, that Mira that I saw there that one time, I'll never get it out of my head. However, a minute is creeping into the round little by little, and I mean, maybe this plant will go up, maybe it won't. Regardless, Gibby's gonna take down Wilecki, and that's gonna make it a 4v3. Creeping through the smoke, it seems like the server area is going to be, hopefully they're gonna be getting in there like swimwear with that a 3v3 Gibby to equalize it out. That's for him. Make that 3! Oh my god, Divvy. Hold on, let him cook. Make it 4. Get the ace. Oh my god, let him ace! Dippy! Absolutely beautiful. I feel like these people on this Kai shotgun are absolute machines. You know, it wasn't looking too good, I'm not gonna lie. That server, the smokes were going out. I'm like, surely the boys on Wanted Goons are gonna plant. Surely they're gonna plant. Even if a C4 goes out, I feel like it would have still been okay. And even though they had all that, they basically had kind of range to kind of get in there and do what they had to do. Kinetic shut it down. Actually, not even Kinetic, just Divvy himself shut that ish down.
That was just Kinetic. No, that was not Kinetic. That was just the TCSG going prayer. Let's be straight with that. That I don't know if that was Kinetic winning the round or more just
Defenders, protect your
individual
bombs from
winning
being
the round.
defused by
And
attackers.
really what it came down to is Wanted Goons did everything right until the execute, and then they realized, oh crap, there are multiple sets of nitro cells. We can't go for our plant. We have smoke grenades, so our decision is to rush the site one by one. It's kind of like, all right, it's your turn to rush the site. Oh, you're dead. Oh crap, it's now
Okay,
my
my
turn to
turn.
rush the site.
Oh my
And
god,
it's just
so
one
funny.
by one, until they're all dead, and they're like, oh, shit. What happened to that round? But,
Oh my god.
being
I love
facetious,
that.
10 seconds remaining.
it's
Ooh,
just one of
that's a
those
nice word.
decision makings when it comes to like the final moments of the round where you just have to like calm things down and be like, we have everything there. We have our smoke grenades, we have our utility. It's critical that we play together. And you know what? We can't stack everybody up into CC. What we should do is have somebody flank from garage or flank from another stairwell or even do what you did in the previous attack, coming down from the gold vault.
They did it though. Somebody came down main and Divvy absolutely put him in a pack. I think another thing was they didn't have the diffuser. Because I'm not gonna lie, and the only reason why I didn't mention it was because they had changed the layout of how the spectating worked. I kid you not, I'm like, yo, do I see a diffuser or am I bugging out? And I still don't see a
bomb has been
diffuser, so
located.
I'm not sure if they just got rid of who's got the diffuser or if like Wanted Goons genuinely drops diffuser and says we're gonna full send it. We're literally just gonna get kills and that's it.
I
Because
think
where's
there's
the
a diffuser's main
diffuser?
door. I think it's
Look
on
at
main
this.
door.
Like, is this what happened last round? I swear they didn't have diffuser last round. I'm almost positive they didn't have diffuser last round, which is probably why they were like, yo, like, what do we do?
Well, I can tell you what we do. We put Monty back up the banana stairs, and we try to clear out the player in elevator as soon as possible. There is the elevator, but there is a change, a new wrinkle in this round. Kinetic has brought out the mirror window, and look at what the phantom pressure that it applies towards Monty. He can't really push in fear of getting hit with a nitro cell. 2 rounds of Capital bolts go out, and all that it does is Greeny falls away, no damage being dealt. But that is still a win for Wanted Goons because you force that power position of E2 down to E1. And that just gives you more flexibility to push up, but you still need to deal with that Mira, which is going to require the Ash now come up banana stairs.
And Mr. Greeny Bean Cheeky, he might just catch
no.
this. Yo, Flores, swing out right now, Greeny. I promise you. No! Swing it out! Oh my god, the MPX. Greeny will catch him off guard. Damn, this was him. Shoulda, woulda, coulda droned out that elevator. Got caught off guard, but damn, Scary will take down Mr. Justin. And Monty is gonna make himself quite situated inside the pistol, whipping it out. And that's gonna be Chairman, Mr. Chairman onto Divvy, the man of the round. Last round, Mr. Gekyu, aka Gexlax. It's a kill, and of course, Greeny, the beautiful Valve that ended up pulling out Flores previously, will unfortunately get taken down. The MPX will talk, but it won't talk loud enough. It will get shut down, leaving Split looking like 4-2, which isn't too bad. We saw 4-2 last game, and it ended up going 8-6.
The thing, though, it was a 4-2 defending split. That's a 4-2 attacking split. And Kinetic did
Okay, yeah, you're right.
everything right on that defense. I mean, the mirror window was perfect. Their fallback into E2 was perfect. Or fallback from E2 to E1. And then, honestly, Wanted Goons Acad just kind of played better. They won their gunfights. They put their Monty in the right place. They have pressured the site so much with that Monty that it forced Mirror off her window, out of meeting. And from there, since Wanted Goons had set up this great set of crossfires that if anybody either entered or left the bomb site, they'd be forced to fall away, and they walked straight into those crossfires that Wanted Goons set up. Again, Kinetic did everything right. They were just outplayed by a brilliant offense. Well done to Wanted Goons. The thing is, the pace is now about to change, B, because we're going downstairs to the basement for Wanted
10
Goons
seconds left before
defense,
insertion.
their first showing of this half.
And look at this, they do
5
have
seconds
that
left before
hatch
insertion.
open. I've seen this a couple times, so I'm not like, oh my god, think of the
Attackers
hatch open,
objective
guys.
is
What's going on? I've definitely seen this more than once or twice. We are going to have a Kaid. I guess both teams like having him on the board. One thing that I noticed last one that I didn't bring up, but I will bring up because we're seeing it again, is the recruit. Is that what it's called? Is this what this operator's called? This is like that recruit rework. I feel like
I can't remember their new name right now. Striker? Or is it Striker? Or is it...
Something.
I can't remember their name.
I think
Sentry
you might be
is their
spot on
name.
with that. No,
Sentry.
I get it. I think you're right. Oh, yo, guys, what is that? Oh, we saw that. Scary. I think we all know what that was meant to be. But anyways, I'm surprised to see the recruit. I feel like it's I would always take the operator with the ability over this, but you know, I guess
See,
they decide
the
no.
thing is, Striker's actually kind of strong. Striker is the only operator in game that can hard breach and EMP. That's like high key OP.
But what
like-
about the defensive side of things?
Well, I mean, deployable shields are strong, and then a
Oh
pull
my god,
per
it's
camera
a
is
shield and a
strong.
shield or something?
It's just,
I mean,
it's
not
the
a shield.
opportunity cost of a gadget.
C4 maybe. Yo, I guess it's whatever they need, right?
Well, they're gonna
Gosh.
need to call a doctor because Ash is dead.
Yeah, they need that. A finca, somebody bring this man back to life. And it's in Wanagoon's favor. Oh, that's not too surprising. Wanagoons have been doing great this entire game, a minute and a half.
Kinetic finds a trade, but they're going to be on the worst side of that as they trade somebody else. So the man advantage in favor of Wanted Goons, and this open area that they're locking down is doing such a good job to hold Kinetic at bay. Kinetic has expended 5 drones around this information, another body as well. What does Kinetic need to do? They honestly just need to swing. They need to push together, one from the hatch, one from beepers, and it's not quite happening. Flash is sent down range, nobody home. They're in a completely different area of open, and look at this, there's no drones. You need to grab some information. You have to know where these defenders are, and since you don't realize that they've fallen away, and the help that Kinetic had in open, they're now dead in garage because they pushed by themselves. Mistakes are being made by Kinetic. It's a 1v4 with 40 seconds left, and this is just going to be kind of, you have to win your gunfights, or you can do that. That's an option too, I guess.
Damn, bro, he was literally looking at that door too. Oh my gosh.
Did you,
as
wait,
soon
wait,
as he
wait,
swung
wait.
out.
Did you see the grip? I wish we had replays rolling. Hobie's elbow was over the barrel. They were holding the front grip right-handed. That was obviously an animation glitch, but that was hilarious.
What? What happened? What are you talking about?
I don't know. Their hands, the character's animation, their hands were reversed. So the left hand was on the trigger, and the right hand was
Oh,
on
and
the grip, but over the
Oh,
barrel.
I'm just trying that right now. That's a little bit cheeky, eh? Wait,
Defenders
what?
protect
Yeah,
your
because you
bombs
shoot your
from being defended
forehead.
by attackers.
Wait, what the heck? Okay, now I'm just, I don't even
I don't know what
I
happened
don't even know how
there.
to hold a gun. I don't even know how to hold
Siege,
that.
that's
So
it's more than siege timing. That's just, anyways.
Oh, poor guy. And I'm pretty sure it was Greeny too, man. I believe Greeny was that Valk that one round who caught that Flores off guard. That time he's gonna get caught off guard. And with that, Wanagoons are gonna secure themselves the first round after split. If they end up winning this out, it will be 6-2, meaning match point in their favor.
10
Kinetic,
seconds to go.
we need to see more potential coming from you guys. I feel like
5 seconds to go.
I don't even know what can Kinetic do right, or at least what can they do to, you know,
Attackers
to
must locate and
increase
defuse the
their
bomb.
percentage of winning against these Blizzard Wanted Goons.
It's play like how Wanted Goons did on Attack. Wanted Goons played together. They played around their Monty, and while Kinetic's not bringing Monty, those principles are still the same. You have somebody drone, you have somebody follow up that drone, and you play together. You set up crossfires. Kinetic that entire round just played as individuals on islands by themselves, and they died as islands, lonely and afraid. They just were never together as a team. That was truly 5 solo players in a lobby. If you're going to defeat Wanted Goons, and the way that they have set up that robe in the previous round, the way that they were all together, the only option as an attacker is either push together as a team, drone together as a team, or simply lose that round. Now the way that CEO is set up, you can be a little bit more individualistic with the way that you push, but you still need to set up crossfires with your teammates, particularly around these mirror windows and into stock janitor.
Well, speaking of stock janitors, somebody is going to get their head taken off right outside. It is going to be Greeny, a 5v4 already. The boys of Kinetic are at the man disadvantage. And I need to see these stats. I need to know who's absolutely slain on the side of Wanted Goons. Scary, though, is going to take down Cruel, and it is looking quite cruel. Oh my gosh. It was a flawless. Are you joking? No, please, somebody. Oh my gosh. Call the ambulance for Kinetic. These guys are getting absolutely blown through right now, and it's not even funny. Wanted Goons, absolutely no mercy. They're not slowing down for nobody. They're going 110 in a 30 right now.
Kinetic,
There's no slowing them down. Absolutely not.
Kinetic needs a timeout, some milk, and a hug from their mom. Because I think that's the only solution here. They are just playing by themselves. They're not showing to me that they have like a unifying strategy that they're bringing. They never showed that we're attacking from here, we're doing X, we're doing Y, we're doing Z. They never showed that they're really like orchestrating this grand plan. It just seemed like we're gonna try to use our Ash Charge against this unreinforced wall, and then swing from top square and hope we win gunfights and upside down repel. Uh-oh. That didn't work. How do we solve this issue? And they never really showed the why or the how to those routes. It's a new day, though. Tertiary bomb site. We can move on. As long as Kinetic learn from their mistakes, then we're fine. The thing is, though, I don't want this to sound like this is a slam the Kinetic show. And it's certainly not. I mean, Kinetic is a second-rated team right behind Wanted Goons. So obviously they've done a lot right to be in this position, and they're only 2.5 points behind Wanted Goons anyway. So they're a competent team. They're just making mistakes. And remember in the pre-show, why I love Bank is it requires you to play together well as a coordinated team. It also requires you to hit your spawn peak when they're out in the middle of the open. I mean, I've seen Silvers hit that shot.
Oh, God. Maybe Scary's is having a little bit of a scaredy, It's the last round. You got to cut them a little bit of slack. They're probably all tired. But with that, even though Scaredy missed his shot, while Lecky is going to get one in favor of him, or in replacement of him as he takes down the Ash. Guys, where's the stats? I want to see what this Ash is going. Are they worth going to Ash, or should we see somebody else on it? I guess we'll never know. Still, it seems like Wanted Goons always have the advantage when it comes to things. Are you choking me? Oh my God!
I'm scared.
Get Licky, bro. Get Licky. Dude, get this guy a barbecue. This guy's absolutely...
No flawless round. It's a win. That's a W for Kinetic. No flawless.
No way. Look at this though. Licky's oh my gosh, he's literally 12-2. What?
Wait, did somebody
really
leave?
leave?
They're leaving the lobby already.
A 3v1.
That's gotta be that's gotta be.
This ain't worth my time. No. Poor Cruel.
To be fair, it is winnable.
So cruelly. I mean, could be. There's still a lot of time left at 1v3. If these guys keep on horsing around, it could be winnable. But I mean, at what point do you feel satisfied with that win? It seems like he's just baiting on the roof. And I don't think it's fun for the defenders to have to do that. And I honestly don't. It's probably not fun to watch your teammate bait on a roof the whole time either.
Always look on the right side of life. That was 30 seconds gone.
Well,
These guys got to put. Oh, he's gonna rip that. Oh, there's outside. They switched positions.
no.
Oh, we're gonna move on from that.
Well, what do you mean move on? This is it. We're done.
That's why we're moving on. It's over.
I thought you meant moving on to the next round. We're not moving on to the next round. We're moving back to the lobby. Unfortunately, the boys on Kinetic. Gexu and Waileiki absolutely. I mean, the entire team. Nobody did bad. It's unfortunate that
Eevee
that
did great. They got 8 kills.
They went 8-8. They did what they could, but was it worth much? Maybe not.
That was a frustrating showing, I think, from Kinetic. And they did things well. That opening defense, brilliant. that showing on open area fumbled Wanted Goon so much that I was like, all right, we got a great series in our hands. They understand how to hold bank. They understand the defense. I mean, Wanted Goons crumbled in that round. And we
Mm-hmm.
never really saw that showing again. I mean, sure, Kinetic finds another round win, but they just never really materialized after that. And Wanted Goons had their number every instant after that. Wanted Goons won their gunfights, particularly around the Monte on those attacks, and then the defense unstoppable. Why? Because Kinetic just simply never droned. They just had their Ash YOLO run in and die. Well, what do you expect? You're playing against good gunners. Like, you have to have good
Yeah.
information there, and Kinetic just never set themselves up for attack. And again, I don't want to sound like we're just like bashing Kinetic, but like they just skipped simple steps.
Yeah. I mean, it's always a learning experience. I know Wanna Goons is an amazing team. Like I said, I've had the pleasure of casting them before. So I'm gonna be honest. Even though I've never seen Kinetic play, I was like, I find it hard to think that, Kinetic would end up beating Wanna Goons because they're just such a strong team. And that first round definitely took me by surprise. That was probably the most satisfying round in the entire game. I was like, wow,
Yeah,
maybe these guys are actually gonna, cook. They did
they
for one
did
round.
cook. But see, that's what frustrates me the most is they clearly had a good strat book. They clearly had a strong fundamental understanding of bank, more so than the 7-2 scoreline shows. And in fact, like they were so good. They had such moments of brilliance, and then it just didn't go their way. And I wonder if it was just like they just didn't win gunfights or they just weren't comfortable with that level of pressure. But again, it was simple, small mistakes, and it transpired to a 7-2 loss because of it.
Yeah, well, regardless though, of course, it is a learning experience, and I think Kinetic can definitely learn from that. They're a great team. They got the fundamentals down. I think, yeah, maybe it really just came down to, the gunfights and being able to win your ones.
Well, you say you love to shame players for their bad stats. We're just about there
No!
to stats, but do you have any predictions on what the stats will be? Do you think that we're going to see like certain players like highlighted and
Ooh.
others not?
Okay, you think that there's like somebody with just 100% on the cost?
It's
I'm so
possible.
invested in the cost. I hope so. I'm
What do you
predicting
think?
at
What do you
least
think the
one person
highest
with
cost
10.
is?
100. I would say 100. I want to
100. You're
say in
going
this
with
game,
100.
somebody's definitely got 100. And I think the
I'm gonna go
lowest is gonna be like
75.
12%.
You have
Okay.
a
Okay,
12
wait.
cost.
Am I shooting for the moon?
Shoot for the moon.
I low key maybe shot for the moon. I'm not too sure. I feel like everybody, at least like one person on Wanna Goons, like basically either got a kill, did objective, um, got survived, or they traded. I feel like
100% is a good guess. Like that's solid. I mean, there were some flawless rounds, so like all those
yeah,
defenses,
there
those
was
are we
basically
we know at
two.
least everybody got a one cost. So I think 100% is actually not a bad guess. And then
Hmm.
I don't know, I think the bottom is going to be like I'm trying to do
I
math
think
and see how many
12%.
rounds we played. I was going to say 12 as well.
Oh my god,
Interesting.
why are we low key in
Wow,
sync?
get out of my
Jeez.
mind, bro. Terrifying.
Oh my god, I need to know like right now. I need to know. You and I are like on the same wavelength kind of. And so maybe
Great minds think alike.
yes, amazing, beautiful minds and handsome minds think alike. And I think that's exactly what's going on. But oh, I guess they can't calculate the
Well,
score perfectly because people left the lobby. Is that what they said?
so we're going to have stats, but one person's stats is going to be one round behind because we saw Wanted Goons. Oh, we are actually
Oh,
going to
he
have
said
no
heavy.
stats for Wanted Goons because they left the lobby early. We could all shame them for leaving early. So when you see them in Twitch chat and you see no stats, they got the zero cost. Proof right there. Zero cost for the player who left early.
No,
Take that,
we
Rip
won't
Bozo.
count him. We won't count
No, we're
him.
counting it, Rip Bozo. That's what you get for leaving the
No.
lobby
Okay,
early.
other than zero, I still go with my 12% cost. This is so fun. I need to do cost predictions for everything now. I feel like it's gonna be like when I ban maps and I have absolutely no clue. Oh, oh my god,
It
it's so hard for me to talk and have people in.
That's
It's,
always a fun
it's
part.
the hardest
See, I have 3
thing.
brain cells, so there's actually like nothing going on up here. So when our producer's talking to us, I can just continue to ramble because again, like there's so much empty space up there. It goes in one
Oh
ear,
my
out the other,
gosh.
and then my brain just continues to go. All right,
Oh,
here's your cost. Get ready to
come on,
go
Legend.
shame some people.
Oh my god. Well, like, you had 90 almost.
Close.
No.
Oh. That's impressive, though.
No.
I wonder if the player that left at 100% cost. We'll never know because they're at 0 cost.
Oh man. And the lowest was, oh my god, we were practically there, 11. We were practically there, 11.
That's
Holy crap.
impressive. That's
We
actually pretty
kind of
good.
hit that on the spot. I feel like, what, you said 75 and I said 100?
Yeah,
So we're kind of
not bad.
close because that's like 90 and I said 100, that's 10 away, and then you said 75, so that's like 15 away. So we were kind of like in the middle with that. And then
Yeah.
the 11, we basically said it was 12. So I think we low-key hit on the spot.
You know, AC had a nice rating.
AC? 44. Well,
Not the
it's
cost, the rating.
Oh, the rating. Wait, what does even a rating mean? Oh, it's 69. Wait, guys, what does a
Nice.
rating mean?
No, that's just basically the way that Siege calculates. It's a Siege stat. It's kind of meaningless. You don't really need to pay attention to the rating. It's
Okay,
not
it
like it's
doesn't
an
matter.
actual like
It just means
drive.
he's like
Yeah,
he's thugging out, basically. He's in there
yeah.
like somewhere.
It's rating is like you want to be at a 1. So like the distribution
Okay.
is like above a 1 is good, above a 1 or below 1's bad. So if you're at a 1, you're
Ah,
the 50 percentile.
okay, so you're basically like average, and then anything
At
above
least
1
how I
is
do.
above
Yeah,
average.
at least on
Okay.
my
Well, I
understanding.
mean,
I don't know how actually they do it.
to be fair, Kinetic just kind of got like wiped. So I feel like it's not even fair to really even like have these stats and like give them too much, give we got to cut them some slack. Like I said, Goons is a great team, so when you got Way Lucky with a 90% cost and you got people with nearly a 80% cost as well, I'm sure it's a little bit frightening to have to play against and have to be compared to.
Well, what a fun series. I think we've been costing the whole time, so it's time for us to bow out. Wanted Goons Kinetic, a great series, a 7-2 in favor of Wanted Goons Academy. On behalf of Bianca, myself, Chief Cass, Kaio, and Unnamed Gamer, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be back same time, same place. That'll be Thursday at 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock Pacific
5.
time, 8 o'clock Eastern time. So stay safe, stay well. Oh, 7:30. I don't know math. Math is hard. 7:30 Eastern time,
And it'll
4:30
be
Pacific
back with
Standard.
us.
You'll be back with us. Much love. Stay safe. Stay well,
Yes.
and we'll see you next Thursday. Or this
Bye,
Thursday.
guys.